That is brought to you tonight by our friends at Asaria Oil and Hardware. We will warn you, you don't want to look directly at your screen right now because we are looking directly at the sun. And it's not a great thing, but it will be gone here in a few minutes, so bear with us on live stream video right now. We are, what's the opposite of a solar eclipse? We're not having that. We are having all the solars in our face right now. Reminds me of Russell, right? You used to climb that stadium. They thought they were in Colorado. They were a mile high already. You had to climb 336 steps to get to the top, and then you stared into the sun in week 3 the whole time. It's kind of what it reminds me of here. We will get by. We'll get it fixed. Definitely different weather conditions from the last time we were here 2 years ago in the playoffs. About probably an 80-degree difference. It was cold that night, I know. Let's check our Kniper agency of Farmers Insurance. Current conditions, 78 degrees here with a slight north-northeast breeze. That wind should not be much of a factor at all in this game. And we're going to drop about 10 degrees after the sun goes down and we get to the end of this game. Russ, this game has been talked about quite a bit. The Trojans rolling in here to the Kingman Eagles, where they took a playoff loss and lost a chance to go to the state title game 2 years ago. It was a double overtime contest in which Kingman was able to win. Southeast of Saline extracted a little bit of a revenge last year on their home field, beating Kingman out of the playoffs by a 8-point victory. What's your new image audio keys to success tonight as Southeast of Saline rolls into Kingman once again?
I think you got to obviously hold on to the football on the offensive side, get the run game going. We saw the run game kind of get stymied a little bit last week against Beloit there at Kansas Wesleyan. It looks like Kingman has won the toss, deferred. Southeast will have the ball to start. And on defense, you got to tackle better. We saw it against Beloit, struggled tackling, struggled against Clay Center tackling. So I think tonight's going to be no different. You got to tackle.
So we are getting ready to go, waiting on the sun to drop here. Southeast of Salina, as you view it on video, wearing their all-white jerseys and pants, purple helmet, Trojan logo on the side. The Kingman Eagles tonight going with the patriotic look as they are celebrating a theme night tonight. It's called Heroes Night. They are wearing red pants with a gray jersey, red, white, and blue. They have stars and stripes on their right shoulder. Just the stripes, or excuse me, stars on the right shoulder, stripes on their left shoulder, then that red Kingman helmet with the eagle on the side. I want to thank the Southeast of Saline Booster Club making this possible. They bring you live coverage and showcase exceptional student activities that build purple power. It is always a great day to be a Trojan. Just about ready to kick it away here. There are a couple of injuries as we check the Salina Regional Sports Medicine Injury Report for Southeast of Saline. Killian Vaughn unavailable tonight. And also we saw Grady Gebhardt go out of the game against Beloit. He did not play much, but a couple of snaps in the second half of that game Saturday. He is out there. He's going to try to give it a go for Southeast of Saline here tonight. Canyon Douglas back deep along with Tucker Thaxton as they stand at their own 10-yard lines. The sun just about hitting the top of the treetops across the way on the west side of this field here in Kingman. We're about ready to go. Here is the kick, and it's a high, lopsided kick that's going to be called for by Hopkins, and he is going to call that fair catch and bring it out for Southeast of Saline safely. Sophomore Levon Hopkins that time underneath it calling for the fair catch, and we're going to see the Southeast of Saline offense. Up front for Southeast of Saline, the center is Drew Weller. On his left side is Deacon Bear and Ian Nicholson. On the right-hand side, returners Brody Chambers and Kendall Miniman. His skill players are Tucker Thaxton, Grady Gebhardt, Malachi Hopkins, Evan Watkins, and Caden Berrigan. The quarterback is junior Gannon Jacobson. Gannon in the shotgun, turns around, sees Grady Gebhardt hanging out to his right-hand side. Here's the handoff to Gebhardt. He's going to bounce it out outside, has a couple of yards, and he's going to flirt with the 40-yard line. He'll be brought down at the 39. Good carry there, and really a good-looking run for probably a Gebhardt that's not 100%.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say, exactly. A good start to see him out on the field at the start of this game. Get 4 yards, almost 5 yards on that carry, so the run game has to continue tonight.
Call it a gain of 5. Second down and 5 here for Southeast of Saline. Jacobson wants to throw. Checks right. Little head and shoulder fake. Now he's going to dance around a little bit. Looking down the field, he's going to throw it at the feet of Caden Berrigan. Didn't like what he saw there as he grounds it down at the feet of KB and lives to fight for a third down and 5 from the 39.
And I think maybe he would have liked to saw KB go up the field. He kind of just settled down right there, and the defender had came all the way up on him. If he releases and goes downfield as Gannon's rolling out, there was something there.
Malachi Hopkins split out wide to the left-hand side. Now Tucker Thaxton will stack with him on that far side. Jacobson rolling out, has the football cocked, ready to go. Now he's going to match the accelerator. First down yardage for Cannon Jacobson. Jacobson now across the 50, 45, and brought down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 for Gannon Jacobson on the quarterback run.
In the third play of this drive, and really the offensive line has won so far on all three of those plays. Gannon had all kinds of time rolling out to the left side of that offensive line. Deacon Bear, Ian Nicholson just burying the would-be defenders up front. Gannon all kinds of time to do whatever he wanted over there.
2 rushes and an incomplete pass. Those rushes have totaled 26 yards. Jacobson in the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. He's going to step through it, get back to the line of scrimmage, and even gain a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Gannon that time saw the 2 linebackers coming through the gaps and was able just to kind of swallow that on 1st down and not make a mistake.
Yeah, did get positive yardage there, and I think that was maybe a design quarterback run, but you see those inside linebackers coming up. You got to tuck it quick and get back to the line of scrimmage to not take a loss on the 1st down.
This is a Kingman defense that is averaging, giving up 28.7 points per game. They gave up 40 against Cheney in week 2, gave up 33 last week to Wichita Trinity. Here's Jacobson again, missiles flying all around him, and he's going to go down, and it's a quarterback sack for the Kingman Eagles. It's a loss of 5, it looks like. Well, let's call it 4 now for Southeast of Saline on Kingman's first quarterback sack. That's going to push Southeast of Saline back now to a 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, snap. Got back there quick, and now you got Amarion Holland back there in the backfield on that play. Didn't really have time to hold that play fake as both defenders were coming clean down on him, and now it looks like they're going to go 5 wide.
3rd down and 13 from the Kingman 43-yard line. It's empty backfield, 4 wide receivers to the right. Here comes the outside backer blitz again. Jacobson rolling out, has the ball ready to go. There's a flag on the play. Jacobson's trying to find Malachi Hopkins in the middle of the field as he came across from the middle to the right-hand sideline, and that's going to be incomplete, and a check here to see what happened on the flag.
Yeah, it looked like a receiver on the route. Might have been Tucker Thaxton. Kind of got derailed about 8 to 9 yards down the field. Could potentially be the call here. Now they're going to discuss it. I could be way wrong right here, but he did get lit up over there on the sideline as Gannon was rolling out trying to find somebody.
Well, if you're going to derail anybody, if you're Kingman's defense, you want it to be Tucker Thaxton, and that's what they get called with. Looked like maybe an illegal contact call as the official has his back to our press box here on the visitor side. So this will be beneficial for Southeast of Saline on that flag, and they will move the football now to the 33-yard line after that 10-yard penalty. So Southeast of Saline couldn't cash in on that 3rd down play, partially because Tucker Thaxton was derailed, but that penalty is going to keep it going. Grady Gebhardt over here on the training table seeking the attention of the trainer that travels with Southeast of Saline from Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Here's Jacobson, handoff to Hollab right up the middle. Amarion. Excuse me, that was not a 1st down because it was a 10-yard penalty. This time they were facing 3rd down and 2. They're going to be very close to the 1st down. 4th down and short coming up.
So they did call holding on that last play.
Okay.
So pass interference would have been an automatic 1st down. So they did call holding, just a 10-yard penalty. And in high school football, it's from the spot where the ball was, not the spot of the foul, reason not being the 1st down.
4th and half a yard for Southeast of Saline from the Kingman 31-yard line. Jacobson barking out the signal, down turns and looks over to the sideline. Gannon, 4 wide receivers to the right. Pitch out that side to Amarion Holland. Amarion has some space, has a 1st down, and he's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's enough for the 1st. He needed a half a yard, and he picked up 4.
Yeah, good-looking run right there by Amarion Holland. Kingman kind of collapsed down on the inside, thinking Southeast was going to run that power right up the middle. Great play call right there to get Hollab out in space, who we have seen has that breakaway speed on the outside.
155-pound junior. He is a burner. We saw that last week when he scored a touchdown against Beloit. Here's a pump fake. Jacobson now looking downfield. He's going to check it back to the right. Overthrows Caden Berrigan in the middle of the field. If he's able to complete that pass, Berrigan might score, but it's incomplete. Here is Jacobson looking in the middle of the field at Caden Berrigan.
Yeah, they had a safety kind of pinned back there behind him, but if he lets that lower a little bit, Berrigan's able to come down with that probably about the 10 to 12-yard line right there. That would have brought up a 1st down. Now 2nd down and the 10th play of this drive.
Sun still peeking through the trees in our faces and inside our camera lens. It's about gone, though. Here's Thaxton in motion. 2nd down and 10. They give it on the end around to Tucker Thaxton, trying to attack the short side of the field. And Tucker, not much room there to try to string things out as he is taken down up high. No gain on the play. We will also tell you, you'll probably see a little glitch here every now and then in the video as we are broadcasting here from Kingman, because there's just not much service out here. Verizon is not a thing here. We get a few bars coming out of Wichita, but we're close enough to Wichita to be dangerous, but far enough away that We're really not.
Yeah, and on that last play, Brody Bell coming from that nose tackle position, 240-pound senior, making that play on the outside.
3rd and 10, again, a cluster of 4 wide receivers to the left-hand side. Jacobson wants to roll that way. He has a couple of Eagles coming after him, though. He's got to get rid of it, and he gets rid of it in a questionable area there that may be grounding. It did not get back to the line of scrimmage, and there was an offensive lineman in the area. Gannon was doing his best to get rid of it, but he's going to get tagged with intentional grounding. So that will take Southeast of Saline back here as the flag lays around the 40-yard line and bring up a 4th down and long. The punt unit coming on here for Southeast of Saline.
A little correction there on my last call on that penalty. Pass interference is not an automatic first down in high school football either as well.
Line of scrimmage now at the 46. That was a costly penalty in field position for Southeast of Saline. Let's see if Evan Watkins can flip it. Watkins in punt formation. A wobbling kick that's going to bounce inside the 20. Trying to find the end zone now. Takes a right turn, and it's going to be down there by Amarian Olive just outside of the 5-yard line. Evan Watkins doing his job there on the punt, getting field position back for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, good job of flipping field positions right there from a punter who really doesn't see a lot of action throughout the year. Probably has punted more this year than he has in the last 2 years combined. So you ask him to do a job when you go out there, and that's exactly what he just did, pinning them at their own 5-yard line now. 7:36 to go in the first quarter.
Just about halfway through this period, Kingman now will come out onto the field, and they will have Ben Bradshaw, 6'2", 180-pound quarterback. Bradshaw, a 2-year starter. He did not play, though, against Southeast of Saline last season in that playoff game. Remember, he was hurt, and they moved Tristan Davidson, who was their big senior tight end, into that quarterback spot a year ago. Here's Bradshaw wanting to take the keeper, and this is going to be whistled dead. And a flag here that's going to stop it on a procedure penalty against the Eagles. So this will back him up half the distance to the goal, to the 2.5-yard line.
Yeah, that play not set to really go anywhere right there anyway. Southeast doing a good job. A little movement up front this week, a little alignment change that I'll let you hit on right here with defensive guys switching positions.
Brody Chambers, who moves around anyway, he's going to be primarily over center tonight as the nose guard. Deacon Bear, who is on that defensive line, now will step back to the linebacker spot. Evan Watkins also in there at inside linebacker. Kingman's going to try to run it straight up the gut, and they will not have much working there as they hand it off to Gabe Anderson. Anderson, one of their best tailbacks, but this team does not have a lot of yardage racked up. Only 207 passing yards, 668 on the ground. And they only get about a yard there with Anderson. 2nd down and 12. That defensive line for Southeast shifts. Bradshaw wants to throw it out on the edge. There's a tackle attempt there, and hanging on is Gannon Jacobson. He does not let the receiver get to the 10-yard line, as a little hook route out there on the edge for Kingman into the hands of Cade Osborne. He will also line up in the backfield. Gain of 6 on the play.
You're going to have 3rd down and 6 right here. Big 3rd down early, deep. You got them pinned deep in their own territory. You got to come up with a stop right here to force them to be on 4th down.
Football on the 9, just short of the 10-yard line. 3rd down and about 6 for the Eagles. Bradshaw in the shotgun, wants to roll out to the left, looking at his formation, has a receiver deep. Now he's going to be covered up by Thaxton. Bradshaw's going to tuck it, try to run, and he is tattooed by Jacobson just short of the 15-yard line and near the sticks. The lineman there dropped his stick, signifying 1st down. He is very, very close to the 1st down, but still going to be a little bit short. 4th down and 1.
Yeah, going to be a full yard short at the 14-yard line. So now you 4th and 1 here early for Kingman. Probably going to line up to go for it here with the results of the last couple plays they've had, but really risky right here.
4th and 1 from the 14. Kingman backed up here in their own territory. And they are running a couple of guys in and out here, 1 out, 1 in, play clock at 10. Bradshaw looking over his formation. He has a wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left, everybody else in tight. Bradshaw in the shotgun formation, maybe a quick kick here. He's going to put his foot into it, angle it off to the left-hand side. Jacobson, the deep man for Southeast of Saline. And Southeast is going to get this football back about where they gave it up. They might net maybe 9 yards backwards, maybe 8, but they're still going to get this football at midfield at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, good stand early for this Southeast defense, able to keep them from getting a first down. So now you're going to take over right about, looks like the 47-yard line on your own side of the field. So really, really good field position right here for Southeast. See if this offense can get clicking back up.
Just feels cooler, right? We're not staring into the microwave at this point as the sun going down, shielded by the press box and some friendly little trees over there, as Bob Ross would say. Here's Holub, a little jump cut to the outside. Look out. Second level already. He's across midfield. And Amarian Holub will have a first down on a gain of 12. Boy, that was a nifty little jump cut out to the left.
Yeah, right as soon as he got past the line of scrimmage, a quick jump cut, and look to see a lot of Amarian Holub as Grady Gebhardt has his helmet off, both shoes off, still sitting on the training table on the sideline.
Southeast wants to go fast here. Tucker Thaxton in motion. They're going to fake it to him, put it in the belly of Amarian Holub. He breaks another tackle, gets through another tackle, and another first down. Back-to-back gains of 12, 2 carries, 24 yards for Amarian Holub.
So impressed right now with this young man coming out and getting those jump cuts, reading the holes, being patient, as Southeast is going to go quick right here.
Ball to the 29. First down again. Here's Thaxton. He bobbled it on the end-around handoff from Jacobson. Has to get out of a tackle. He does. Has to get out of a second. He won't. Loss of 2 on the play. Back to the 31 by Tucker Thaxton. These two teams are very similar in the way that they do things and the way they run offense. Obviously, Kingman, no stranger to that end-around jet sweep play.
Yeah, they keep contained very, very well. We saw that last year at home in the playoffs against them, that they contained very well. So now got to look to win the line of scrimmage and get inside the tackles.
Second down and 12 at the 31-yard line. Jacobson wants to roll out to the right-hand side. Good protection this time. He's going to stop now, come back to the inside. Tucks the ball away. He wants to run into the second level. There's a flag down. That's probably going to go against Southeast of Saline here. Looks like maybe a hold or a bad block on the Trojans, as Jacobson got it down to about the 20-yard line, but we got to check the flag.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be an illegal, blindside block coming back and trying to save your quarterback. I don't necessarily know if there was that much there for that, but it could be the potential of what is being talked about right now.
Still no scoring in this game, so we can't update you on any scoring so far. Remember, Dr. Andrew Westbrook will bring you all the scoring recaps from Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Visit Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walk-in clinic every Monday and Thursday mornings if you have something that's bothering you, sports injury related.
Yeah, and they did get the illegal blindside block right there. Not sure, maybe on Amarian Holub, not sure. There was kind of a gaggle of white jerseys right there, but that's going to push Southeast way back right here into second and half the football field.
Second and 25, it looks like. Football all the way back to the 45-yard line. Penalties have been a problem for SES here early on. 4:26 left to go, still scoreless. Here's Thaxton in motion, going from near to far. Play fake to Thaxton. Jacobson now looking back at the line of scrimmage and throws it in the ground at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, looked like they wanted to set up a little middle screen right there. Defensive line doing a good job for Kingman, kind of staying with them, and just throws it at the feet of Holub to bring up third down and 25.
Third down here for Southeast of Saline. Football sitting at the Kingman 45-yard line.
Remember, this drive started with 2 plays, 2 runs, and 2 first downs from Amarian Holub.
Empty backfield once again. Holub in the slot, closest to the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side. One of 4 wide receivers on that side. Here comes the Kingman blitz again. Jacobson reads it hot, has to get rid of it, tries to get Holub across the middle of the field, and Jacobson knocked down late by a Kingman defensive lineman. Coming in hot that time was Brody Bell, one of their main returning starters on this defensive line, and 240-pound Brody Bell laid Jacobson out, and he will earn a personal foul roughing the passer call. Credit Southeast of Saline now with 15 yards.
So you got to credit Ian Nicholson over there on that left-hand side. He had 2 guys blitzing, and he kind of just threw both shoulders out to try to deflect whatever he could to give Jacobson enough time to at least get rid of the ball. So field flip, big advantage right there, big penalty by Kingman early on in this first quarter.
From the Kingman 45 to the Kingman 30. First down and 10, Southeast of Saline. Fake to Holub. Jacobson keeps it, nearly loses the football, but spins out of it. Now has some space, flirting with the 20-yard line. He's going to be inside of the 20 to the 18. For the first time, Southeast of Saline in the Can-Equip Red Zone, brought to you by Case IH. Visit Can-Equip's new state-of-the-art facility just off I-70 at the Solomon exit.
Yeah, as they go inside the Can-Equip Red Zone, maybe look for him to go back to 39 right here.
Jacobson pitch out deep into the backfield to Hollub. Amarian has some space to make up, gets for the corner. He has the corner, and he's going to be ran out of bounds just inside of the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 or 5 that time for Amarian Hollub.
The vision that young man has and is able to he gets past that outside defender, plants that outside foot in the ground, and just turns way up, as that's going to be a gain of about 6.
I cheated him. It's more than that. They're saying 8. Pistol formation now. 2nd down and 2. Back to Hollub. Has to fight off a couple of Eagles in the backfield. Still moving the pile forward, though. And I don't know that Gannon Jacobson is okay right now. He's kind of bending over with his hands on his knees right after he handed off that football, trying to get his wind back. And the football now inside of the 10-yard line to the 8 for Southeast of Saline.
And it seemed a lot of plays have been ran on this drive, but only 6 right now that have counted due to penalty, but 4 of those for first down.
3rd and short. They go back to Amarian Hollub going off that right-hand side, and he's going to be brought down right at the 5-yard line. Should be a first down for Southeast of Saline. We're looking at 1st and goal from the 5.
7 plays now, 5 first downs, and I still don't think Gannon is okay from that roughing the passer that he took, because that's really when it started. I wonder if the wind got knocked out of him, see if he can kind of gather himself right here.
Grady Gebhardt, he's over here in a walking boot in street clothes now, still has his football pants on. As they go back to Amarian Hollub, he will get no gain on the play. Killian Vaughn standing next to him. That's 2 pretty good linebackers right there, regardless of what they do on the other teams. Of course, Grady on offense, Killian on special teams, along with their defensive responsibilities.
Yeah, 2nd down here, still playbook wide open. I still think you possibly give it to 39 and Amarian Hollub at least one more time on this drive.
2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Jacobson rolling out on the play action, wants to throw it, and the ball comes loose. Jacobson's arm was going forward, though, and they're going to call an incomplete pass. That's the right call.
Yeah, that's exactly the right call. He did just enough to flick it forward.
They said he sacked on the PA. That's not accurate. It's an incomplete pass. So it'll bring up 3rd down and goal for Southeast of Saline at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, but real impressed on these zone reads where whether it's Gannon or Amarian or Tucker Thaxton getting wide, that they are containing them on the outside, as now you'll have 3rd and goal. 2 plays right here to put this in.
Jacobson down in a catcher's crouch at times, the best way I can explain it. Trying to get something back here in his body that he's looking for after that big hit that kept this drive alive. It was a roughing the passer call against Kingman's Brody Bell. 3rd down and goal from the 5. Jacobson wants to pass. Back of the end zone. It's going to be plucked out of the air by Amarian Hollub. Jacobson might have been looking in the back of the end zone for Caden Berrigan that time, and Amarian Hollub came in front of him and was able to leap up in the air and bring that football down for a Southeast of Saline touchdown.
And they're going to get Gannon a little blow right here to maybe try to catch his breath, as you're going to get Tiernan Potacek to come in here to run this 2-point conversion. But what an efficient drive. 10 plays, 5 first downs to get the touchdown.
Hollub's first catch of the year goes for a touchdown. Here's an end around, 2-point conversion attempt. Potacek hands it off to Thaxton, and Tucker weaves his way into the end zone for a Southeast of Saline score. 2:08 left to go first quarter. Southeast of Saline takes a lead 8-0 over Kingman as you listen on KINA and watch live stream video on SalinaPost.com, brought to you by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
It rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Southeast of Saline, aided by a defensive penalty that time, a roughing the passer call on Brody Bell. And Bell, for what it's worth, looks like he might have got his money's worth on that play, as Gannon Jacobson sitting over here taking in a bottle of water as he visits right now with the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine trainer, Mitch Gebhardt, also there. Gannon sitting down and pointing to the back of his neck, the upper back area, as Malachi Hopkins gets ready to tee it up here. And Southeast of Saline's kicking team back out on the field.
Yeah, once again, very little reception here where we're at in Kingman, so the video possibly could have some glitches in it. We apologize for that, as we really have no control over that, but we can just bring you the information that we have.
Here's a kickoff that's going to bounce inside the 20 to the 15. Kingman's going to pick it up at the 14 and bring it back here. A couple of Southeast Trojans hang on, and they will take Kingman down at the 20-yard line. So the Eagles will start there after Southeast of Saline goes down the field and picks up the score.
And in this first quarter with 2:01 left, Southeast having 2 drives and has ran 21 plays. Kingman only running 3 in that punt on their 4th down play. So big time of possession advantage right now, as Kingman has only had the ball for about 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Tucker Thaxton ran in the 2-point conversion on that as well. Kingman will take over here at their own 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Bradshaw with it. He'll hand it off in the interior, and there's absolutely nothing cooking inside of there, as Canyon Douglas and Deacon Bear probably playing different spots from what they're used to, but still doing the same darn job, stopping that run. Gabe Anderson that time, no gain on the play.
Yeah, doing a really good job of Deacon Bear in the backfield now, instead of being a half a yard from the football, being about 4 yards back, still doing what he does best, getting in the backfield for this Trojan defense.
Bradshaw takes a little walk out to the right-hand side where he has a couple of receivers stacked in close to the line of scrimmage. A single receiver out to the left. They'll run jet sweep motion that way. Bradshaw's going to keep it. He is hit from the side as he tried to take off. Looked like he had a big window there, Russ, but that window was slammed shut quickly by Tiernan Potacik, who is in on defense now for Gannon Jacobson.
Yeah, next man up, right? You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And Tiernan come in and did his job on the 2-point conversion, and now flying to the ball from about 10 yards deep to stop him for about a 2-yard gain.
Kingman with a 3rd down and 9. Football sitting at the 21. Bradshaw wants to pass, has a man over there. It's a long pass out to about the 26, but that won't move the chains, and a 4th down coming up here for Kingman.
And the first guy in the backfield, Deacon Bear, once again, having a full, man, he's dangerous having that full head of steam coming. He was untouched. That really forced Bell to flush out of the pocket and not have any time to throw that football.
They're going to go for it here, at least have a quick kick formation, 4th down and 4. Coming up here, Bradshaw barking out the signal. Now he's going to back up into more of a friendly punting formation. His wide receivers will come in tight. Tucker Thaxton will go running back deep here for Southeast as they make their defensive adjustments. High snap, it's over his head. Going all the way back towards the end zone. It rests at the 1. Bradshaw's tattooed. Bryson Lippold comes in and makes the arrest right at the goal line.
And how, sorry to interrupt, Devin, but how big was that for him to tackle him at the 1? Instead of it being a 2-point safety right there, he is able to tackle him on the 1-yard line. And now you could have a 6-8-point swing right there based on where he was tackled at. And it looks like Tiernan Potacik is going to stay in at the quarterback position with Amarion Hollab right behind him in the pistol formation.
It is down at the 2, says the official. Potacik, pitch out. Amarion Hollab, right-hand side. Blockers out in front. A wall of blockers out in front. Hollab's going to score from 2 yards out. A receiving and a rushing touchdown by Amarion Hollab in less than 2 minutes of play. Southeast of Saline sprints out on top, 14-0.
And that's how quick things can change in high school football. You go and say you're going to go for it, and then you change back into that formation, and it's just a one-play drive to put it in the end zone. Is now they're going to run the play here. And a little miscommunication in the backfield. Tiernan running into the back of Canyon Douglas right there, just kind of nowhere to go. But what a big flip right there as we click with 31 seconds to go.
14-0 is our score. Southeast of Saline getting it done here on defense and special teams. As we step away, 31 seconds left to go. First quarter, 14-0 Trojans here on KINA.
It's 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for rural property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson at Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back here to Kingman. Devin Haney, Russ Kossel, Trey Tolley. Got the whole crew here. Southeast of Saline has points. The only thing we don't have is Good Verizon signal. We knew this from 2 years ago. We did everything we could. We tried connecting to school Wi-Fi. We tried even the concession stand. Just the setup that they have here is not great. It's not conducive. But we are recording the game. We'll put it up, play it back later if you're having trouble getting through it. Hopefully you can always tune in here to KINA and watch some glitches, sit back, have a cold Coca-Cola, and enjoy the game. Right now, Trojans up 14-0.
Yeah, right now it's all the guys in white as Kingman only running 6 plays now in this first quarter with just about a half a minute left to go.
Here is Malachi Hopkins' kick popped up, 25. It's going to be taken and brought back here to about the 28-yard line. That's really good coverage by Southeast of Saline coming in to make that stop. And here we go. We're going to say his name already repeatedly tonight. It's Tiernan Potacek running him out of bounds along with Bryson Lippold.
Yeah, of course, you hope Gannon's okay and can possibly come back into this game, but Tiernan doing a very, very good job. Special teams now coming in. Had a one-play touchdown drive. Tiernan's back out there on defense, so see if they can stay healthy for the rest of this game.
Kendall Miniman has been in there on defense. He's playing over the center right now as a nose guard. Here's an interception. Kenyon Douglas plucks it out of the air, and he's brought down on the return at the 30-yard line. One offensive play for Kingman, and Kenyon Douglas continues to shine. Had a good game last week against Beloit, and he takes it away on first down here.
Wow, what a read by that young man. Just reading him like a book and just coming out one plant, one break, going in, picking that ball off. And what a stand right now for this defense in the first quarter, as it looks like Gannon is going to come back into the game at quarterback. Maybe just needed a little bit of a blow right there, as now they're looking to go.
Jacobson back in there, Hollop directly behind him. Gannon wants to throw. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Gets around one defender, diving at his feet. Now he's going to throw it to receiver who was hit early, and they're not going to call this. Tucker Thaxton was hit square in the back by the defender coming in that time on coverage for the Kingman Eagles. It looked like Trenton Clark, and that ball came out incomplete. Thaxton unable to make the catch with an Eagle buried in his back.
Yeah, and it's one of those plays where it shouldn't be a judgment call, but seems it's been a judgment call here lately.
14-0. Southeast of Saline leading. They have it at the Kingman 30-yard line after a takeaway by Kenyon Douglas. Here's the fake to Amarion Hollop. Jacobson's going to keep it. He will surge ahead for just a couple. 5 carries, 33 yards so far for Gannon Jacobson. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Southeast of Saline, productive here, though it's a banged-up group of Trojans right now. They lead Kingman here on the road 14-0 as you listen on KINA and watch live stream video free of charge. Brought to you by Assaria Oil and Hardware.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline football on KINA.
Timeout at the end of the quarter. Southeast of Saline leading as we check the scoring surge again by Southeast of Saline, presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Visit Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings. And it was 2 scores for Southeast of Saline. One of them, a Jacobson to Hollop 5-yard pass, and then Hollop on a 2-yard run. 2-point conversion by Thaxton. The other 2-point conversion missed. That brings us to a 14-0 score as we flip the field. Southeast of Saline with the football, leading by 2 touchdowns and a 3rd down and 8 from the Kingman 28-yard line coming up.
One quick update from the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. 2A, end of 1, Riley County 7, Council Grove 0. Council Grove being one of those teams that has been getting a lot of praise from around the state.
3rd down and 8. Jacobson takes the snap. Quick out here. It's a lollipop as he was looking down the field. Thaxton was in the slot, and I'm not sure what happened there. That ball goes incomplete. Fortunate to not have a Kingman Eagle any closer to the football, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 8 from the 28.
Yeah, just kind of a tough spot right there. Thaxton looks like he wanted to put a double move on and kind of got checked at the line of scrimmage and was unable to get downfield. Very fortunate, like you said, that one wasn't picked off. Now 4th down and 8 inside of their own territory.
Southeast keeps the offense on the field. They go 4 wide receivers to the right-hand side. Malachi Hopkins, a loner to the left. Kingman's going to bring the blitz. Jacobson has to outrun the blitzer. He's going to fire it downfield, and it's going to be caught. Yes, it's going to be caught inside of the 20 and close to his 1st down here for Southeast of Saline. Let's see where the side judge puts it. He says move the chains. A 9-yard gain. And I didn't even see who that receiver was over there, Russ. Can you help out on that at all? Did you see it?
Yeah, it looked like it might have been Tucker Thaxton coming from clear across the field, but
Makes
had
sense.
a free rush right there again and able to get on the outside and see it. That's about the 3rd time now that Kingman's had a free rusher.
Southeast keeps the drive alive. Pitch out left to Holla, but Marion looking for some space, has a crease, and he will go tumbling down at the 12-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 13 after a gain of 6. Already 9 carries, 57 yards, and a receiving touchdown for Marion Hollop. He'll stay in the backfield here, left hip of Jacobson. We go to almost 11 minutes left to play first half. Gannon rolling out, right-hand side, being chased. Doesn't have much time to set up. He's going to fire it anyway on the run, and this ball is going to be popped up in the air and caught by Southeast for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? A deflection that came off the defender, and it's Tucker Thaxton who ends up in the end zone for his 6th receiving touchdown of the year.
What a job right there by Gannon. Another free rusher. He's able to get outside, and I don't know how he can see. That's just the chemistry, right, that those two have all year. You mentioned it, his 6th receiving touchdown of the year, and just the chemistry between 5 and 22 right now.
Jacobson gives it on the end around. Hollop going left to right, looking for the end zone, and he has the goal line. Amarion Hollop continues his night as the junior running back coming in to pinch hit here for Grady Gebhardt, scores once again, and Southeast of Saline runs that lead up now to 22-0. 10:56 left to go, 2nd quarter. We'll step away from Kingman for a 30-second timeout.
When cropping, conditions are just right, you need to bale as much as you can, as fast as you can, all while putting up the highest quality product possible. Case IH round balers have the reputation as the hardest working balers in the business to consistently build dense bales with square shoulders that don't sag. No matter the crop or field condition, bale more with Case IH round balers. With easier maintenance and serviceability, you'll spend more time where it counts. In the field, baling hay. Ready to build a better bale? Contact Can Equip in Solomon.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Passing game hasn't been easy tonight for Southeast of Saline. Gannon Jacobson, 3 completions, but 2 of them are touchdowns. One to Amarion Hollop, and now a 19-yarder to Gannon Jacobson as Southeast of Saline trying their best to fight off the injury bug here, has jumped out in front of Kingman by a score of 22-0, Russ. And we are seeing kind of the next wave, right? We're seeing Amarion Hollop. We're seeing also Tiernan Potachik. And then we're seeing the guys like Tucker Thaxton that are steadying the ship saying, hey, we got this. Let's just continue moving forward with our heads down here. And it's 22-0 Southeast of Saline.
And that's almost what the play count is between both teams right now. Southeast unofficially running 27 plays. Kingman's only run 7.
Wow.
Remember that last drive was a 1-play interception by Kenyon Douglas. It was 2 3-and-outs on the 2 drives before that. So as it looks like they're pulling one of the Kingman players off the field right here. They kind of stopped it before the kickoff. They're going to put somebody else out there.
Cade Osborne is going out for some reason. He will get a substitute here as Malachi Hopkins has his right hand in the air, and he is ready to kick it away from his own 40-yard line. Here's the kick, It's going to be a midfielder, and it's going to be mishandled by Kingman. Boy, the Eagles have had trouble tonight. They're going to pick up the football. Now they got to outrun Southeast of Saline's coverage team, and they cannot. Down to back at the 9-yard line.
Kenyon Douglas
Jeez.
just on a missile down there. Really, there's about 8 guys down there that any of them could have been. He tried to jet it outside, and Kenyon Douglas keeping contained and able to make that tackle, as now they're going to take over on their own 9-yard line.
Got him at the 9. A little closer to the 10, we're going to call it, after they set the sticks. Kingman looking for anything positive here to go on offense. They don't have a first down to their credit as of yet. Ben Bradshaw back there at quarterback. He's going to run the read option, now pull it out of the belly. He's going to bring it himself, and he's going to be taken down from behind by Brody Chambers. Kenyon Douglas also in on the tackle. How about that when you're a quarterback and you get chased down from behind by that monster?
Yeah, that's scary. But Drew Weller just narrowly missing that tackle in the backfield. He kind of had both of them wrapped up. Took the running back like he's supposed to, and the quarterback able to come forward just for a couple yards right there. And you mentioned it, Kingman, no first downs to their credit to start this game.
2nd down and 8. Kingman buried back in their own position at their own 12-yard line. There's a back in the backfield. Bradshaw's going to keep it again. He gets hit early, then hit late. Drew Weller, you called him. He was the first one there. He put him into a stumble, and Bradshaw recovered his footing just in time to be tattooed by Evan Watkins.
Yeah, very good job right there. Evan Watkins coming up, but Drew Weller, they kind of switched around. He's able to chase him down, and for a loss of 3 yards right there to bring up 3rd and a short 11 for Kingman.
3rd down, 11, back at the 9-yard line. They need to get to the 20 for a first down. Back on the left-hand side of Bradshaw. He's back to pass. His time is ticking. Now he's running out of time being chased, and he's going to extend it all the way over to the left-hand side and step out of bounds before the 20, it looks like. They're going to see where they spot him. He's going to be 2 yards short. Boy, he went out of bounds prematurely there, getting chased to the sideline by Bryson Lippold. Oh, by the way, Brody Chambers was also breathing down the back of his neck, and he stepped out of bounds. About a yard shy. 4th down and 1 at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and Kingman getting in dangerous territory here of having to go for it as they're going to sub an offensive lineman out right here and bring somebody else in, somebody that hopefully can stop 75 in that nose tackle position.
9:28 left to go. Another crucial 4th down here for Kingman. They have quick kicked this the last couple of times. Let's see what they choose to do here. Shotgun snap is high. They get it down. The kick is away. They did punt it. It's going to bounce at the 50 and take a huge Eagles bounce. Now inside the 40, inside the 35, and finally down to there by the Eagles at the 32-yard line. But still, give it up to the Southeast defense. There is a flag on the play back here between the 30 and 35-yard lines.
Yeah, Brody Chambers was the only one in the area, so I'm unsure of what they're – I mean, it's after the kick is away, so it should stay Southeast football. Still unsure. Officials still not sure what they're discussing here of what potential this is, whether it's a hold, a late hit, personal foul, blindside block. I don't know how you get a blindside block 8 yards down past the line of scrimmage with no return. So it's questionable.
He called a personal foul. I heard him on the PA but couldn't hear the rest.
Yeah, he went blindside block, put his fist together, so that's what was called. Like I said, Brody Chambers the only one in the area, not picking him out by any means, but that's the only guy that was in the area, like I said.
But still, you get the ball back. You stop Kingman regardless of where you get it back. And this foul is going to put Southeast back here. Let's see where they call it here. Looks like it's going to be about the 17-yard line. Smell something burning. I hope it's none of our stuff.
I've smelled it for about the last 15 minutes. Trey's in here with us, and I think he smelled the same thing.
My heart rate just jumped a lot. Here's a Marion Hollab. He has a crease off the left-hand side. He's in the second level, and he's going to bring it all the way out to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 18 by Marion Hollab.
And another one play, one first down for Marion Hollab with a big gainer on first down. Good job right there. Offensive line creating massive holes for him to run through.
Out to the 35. Boy, what a night for him already. What a half, huh? I talked to Mitch Gebhardt in length about this kid, and he was not shy about giving him the football at all. Pitch out, left-hand side, Hollub tried to turn around and spin. He had too many guys to outrun out on the edge. I can see what he was doing there. I like the thought process, but he goes down for about a football worth of loss.
Yeah, he tried to put him in spin cycle right there outside the hashes and kind of lost his footing.
Still, the 11 carries, 74 yards, a receiving touchdown, and a 2-point conversion rushing.
In a quarter and a half,
yeah.
Mind you. There's still just under 8.5 left to go here in the second quarter.
From the 34, second down and 11. Clock running, 8:18 left to go here in the second quarter before halftime. Snap to Jacobson, rolling out to the right, clean pocket, has a receiver, throws a little bit short that time, and diving for the football was Caden Berrigan. They're going to say it's complete as it comes out. Nope, they said incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete.
My fault.
Incomplete there. He tried to lay out for it, unable to bring it in. So now 3rd and 11 right now, deep kind of in your own territory.
Football sitting at the 34. Again, 4 wide receivers to the right. Hopkins a solo to the left. Jacobson under pressure, lets it fly. Right-hand side, it's going to be picked off. That football went over the head of Tucker Thaxton, and it's going to be picked off by the corner, Braylon Price, for Kingman. And finally, something positive here happens for Kingman as they get an interception and they bring it out to the 49-yard line.
I don't know if Tucker saw that football because he kind of looked up and the ball was, he very easily could have put his hands up and caught that. So I don't think he saw that ball the whole time. Gannon laid that thing up perfectly for him to run right underneath of it. Nonetheless, a turnover for Kingman, finally something positive as they get the ball to start this drive at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here come the Eagles back out on the field. Quarterback Ben Bradshaw in the shotgun. He is backpedaling, wants to set up the screen, slips it out to the left-hand side. Look out, here come the Eagles. They are going to move it down to about the 42, gain of 8.
Yeah, and Brody Chambers read that screen extremely well, and if he was 6 inches taller, he had a chance to intercept that one right there. It's just couldn't quite get off the ground enough. So now Kingman with their first really big play, as you could say, of 8 yards in this first half.
Cade Osborne, the receiver there, to the 42-yard line. They're going to try and end around this time, trying to stretch it to the right-hand side. Gaddis with it, and Garrett Gaddis is going to be buried at the 45. Loss of 3 on the play on the first carry for Garrett Gaddis.
And the first guy there again who's having a defensive game, really a defensive years. Looked like Kenyon Douglas coming through with the motion man and just blitzes right through the line of scrimmage and was the first guy there 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Didn't make the tackle, but definitely slowed him up enough where the rest of his comrades and his buddies could come finish the tackle off.
3rd down and 5 after the loss of about 3. Kingman has the football sitting at the southeast of Saline 45-yard line. It's been their best field position of the night. 6:38 left to go, second quarter. 2 wide receivers to the left. They're going to fake the handoff. Here's Bradshaw, straight up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down by half a yard. Boy, the official just kept walking. They're going to set it down now a yard short.
Oh, looked like his knee hit about, his knee hit about 2 yards down before that, so.
4 yards, brings up 4th and 1. And again, Kingman living in this 4th and short situation. They have been quick kicking it.
I don't think you can afford to quick kick it right here in your own, when you got the ball in Southeast territory.
Can you afford to go for it, though, and not get it? That's the thing that Kingman, I think, has been living with. Of course, they've been in much worse field position than this up until now. They have it in Southeast territory. Pistol formation. 2 wingbacks, 2 wide receivers. They're going to go for it. Bradshaw stood up, and he stopped. First one on the scene. Brody Chambers, but getting there before him. If that football hitting right face mask to face mask was Deacon Bear. Line him up on the D-line, line him up a linebacker, it doesn't matter. Deacon Bear and Brody Chambers making the play.
Yeah, Deacon really wreaked havoc on that play. Brody Chambers might be seeing something right here. Brody Chambers is dialing up 2 to 3 defenders, and if you leave an unblocked linebacker in Deacon Bear, look out. We've seen him wreak havoc from a stop position. Now you're giving him a 3-yard head start. Scary, scary combination.
Southeast of Saline takes over at their own 43-yard line. Boy, good job there flipping the field by Southeast of Saline's defense. Here's a Marion Hollup getting through the first wave. I'm seeing him getting yards after contact here. He is not going down with the first contact. He is running through, showing just great resilience at the point of attack.
Yeah, just keeping them legs turning and keep that pad level down. The lower man's always going to win. Put your shoulder pads down. Run that first guy over. Get 40 yards to carry. That's all we're asking you to do.
2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Ball setting at the 47-yard line for Southeast of Saline. Jacobson, little screen play out to the left. Thaxton has first down yardage, and he stepped out of bounds after dancing with all the Eagles, the whole flock of them at the 45. It's a gain of 8 for Tucker Thaxton on the little screen play from Jacobson.
And the real patient running right there by Thaxton. He kind of took off, and then he put the brakes on, let Watkins come over and lay that block and really spring that one free for the first down.
Ball setting at the 46-yard line. Southeast of Saline once again in Kingman territory. 4:49 left to go here, second quarter. 4 Eagles crowding the line of scrimmage. The gift to Hollup. He's going to run it off the right-hand side and get taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard that time to the 45.
Yeah, kind of lost his footing right there. And it appeared to be, looked like 55. Colin Schreiner able to bring him down. Really, Marion's first run of this game for no yardage.
4:20 left to go. 2nd down and 10. Jacobson rolling out to the right-hand side. Has Thaxton on an out at the sideline, and it's going to be caught for a gain of 9. There's a flag, though, that came from the opposite side of the field here in front of us. Might be somebody downfield illegally for Southeast of Saline. We'll see if a lineman maybe got downfield here as they are going to make the call.
I'm pretty sure I'm 2 for 2 right now on calling these flags. Is that what you're going to get? An illegal man downfield. Unsure who it was. Probably just get caught blocking right there. That little rollout. Southeast does that rollout to the right or the left really for Gannon, but a good route run by Tucker Thaxton to get that foot planted, get that inside foot planted, turn on the outside. Ball was already about there. Good focus, good throw. Just got to be a little more disciplined.
And that's the word. With that rollout takes a while. You have to hold your spot and not kind of creep downfield, leak downfield, so to speak. It's a loss of 5 on the penalty. Still 2nd down. 2nd down and 15. Moved him back on the other side of the midfield stripe. They're now at the Southeast of Saline at their own 49-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the left. Jacobson starts to roll that way. Now it's a misdirection handoff to Hollup. Amarion breaking some tackles as he gets past the line of scrimmage and then back forward for a gain of about 3.
Yeah. Marion maybe needs to get a little bit longer cleats out there if you're playing on this natural grass, because that's a couple times now he lost his footing. What really good design play call right there on the little trap play back to the right-hand side. Offensive line had it blocked very well and just unable to hit that hole at full speed, losing his footing. So now 3rd and 13 right here, 12 for Southeast.
Football setting at the 48-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 3:05 left to go here, as we will talk to Wade Castleman coming up at halftime about Southeast of Saline cross country. 3 wide receivers to the left. Jacobson looking that way. Now he's going to check it back, middle of the field, over the front. Here's Thaxton again, and he has another Eagle on his back. That's the second time that they have not chose to throw a flag on that. As Thaxton coming across the field, he's running, Russ, and then kind of slows down to look the football in, and he's getting ran into. That's the second time that's happened, and it's called incomplete with no flag.
Yeah, the same back judge back there didn't even flinch, and he got hit. That one was more blatant than the first one that happened. And I don't know if he had a bad line of vision because the guy was 3 yards in front of him and he couldn't see, but really, really bad missed call right there.
So Evan Watkins will be in punt formation here as he's standing back at his own 40-yard line. Low snap, he digs it out. It's a barrel roll kick and a good one. This is another good one by Watkins that can find the brake pedal. It does, and Southeast of Saline's going to down it inside the 5-yard line. Guess who? It's Amarion Hollup down there keeping that ball out of the end zone and downing it. All 3 aspects of football working here for Southeast of Saline as they have once again pinned Kingman down inside of their own 5-yard line. The Eagles will have to start out here at the 2. Wow. What a play that time. That ball was destined for the end zone, but Amarion Hollup comes through, just kind of dives into the end zone while putting his hand down on the football, keeping it out of the goal line, and they were there to save it at the 2-yard line. What a play. 2:39 left to go here. Kingman at their own 2. Russ is on his way down to the sideline for a sideline report with Mitch Gebhardt at halftime, brought to you by Salina Ortho. Here's Bradshaw, quarterback keeper, straight up the gut, not much working there. Maybe got a yard. Been a lot of rough running for Ben Bradshaw tonight, as he has 7 carries, 18 yards. That'll keep the clock moving here. 2:18 left to go. Kingman might be okay. Just rolling this clock down, getting out of this bad field position and going into the locker room to regroup. Southeast of Saline's up 22-0, and they are getting it done in all aspects. Defense, offense, special teams. They can just hold Kingman here one last time, and there's 2 minutes on the clock and a timeout called here by Tanner Hageman. So we'll keep it right here. Tanner Hageman, the head coach of Kingman. I want to take just a moment to tell you about him. I've worked with a lot of coaches, requested a lot of information from a lot of coaches over my time. He is one of the best. He's one of the top 5, definitely. He is so accommodating, wants to give you everything you need. Called me, asked me if I was okay, if I had everything I needed. Even tried to fix and kind of figure out our Wi-Fi situation here at the stadium. He was exchanging emails with the IT guy, and he is one of the best. And I love when we play Kingman because I know it's going to be a great game, and I know I get to work with 2 of the best, Mitch Gebhardt and Tanner Hageman.
Yeah, it's just, and they came right over. We were having problems finding internet. You made one phone call. 3-4 minutes they were over here trying to get us figured out. So a very accommodating staff here. I know you and I have talked a lot about Coach Hageman and how well-rounded guy and just a great human that he is. So a big 2 minutes right here for Southeast. And Kingman just now, they ran 7 plays. They've only ran 8 plays now in this first half. 8 plays, and Southeast is well over that 30-play mark.
Want to take time to tell you about the Gypsum Fall Festival coming up Saturday, October 19th. For a complete list of times and events, check the Facebook page, Gypsum Valley Booster Club. There's going to be a parade, arm wrestling tournament, of course, lots of food going on for the Gypsum Fall Festival coming up Saturday, October 19th. Russ, October's right around the corner, This is the last football Friday in September. Second down and 9. Bradshaw rolling out, acting as if he wants to throw. Now he's going to cut it back inside, and he is going to be tattooed out of nowhere by Southeast of Saline. Coming up from the secondary, making the play that time is Bryson Lippold, and he's had a game here in this first half. So Lippold makes the tackle. It was just a 5-yard gain. It looked like Bradshaw had a lot of space to run that time, but that door got closed quickly by Bryson Lippold.
Yeah, and he's dangerous when he gets into the open field. So a good job of breaking down and making tackles.
1:20 left to go. 3rd down and 4 for Kingman. Southeast dancing around on defense. Bradshaw, empty backfield, wants to pass, directing traffic to his left. Now he comes back to the right. He's going to be taken down. Drew Weller started it. Brody Chambers finished it. Also in there for Southeast of Saline is Ian Nicholson, and it's going to be called a safety on the field. Give it up to the D-line.
So that's a safety, 2 points. Now you're going to get the ball back. Mind you, Kingman's going to get the ball to start the second half. But, Devin, we've seen how fast this Southeast team can score on the fly. You give these young men a minute 6 and still have all 3 timeouts left in this first half. A lot still to go right here.
Hey, and I'll tell you, Russ, I expect a lot more to go on, but that 2-point safety there is huge because it puts Southeast of Saline's lead now at a full 3 possessions. So you look at Kingman, they have to score 6 times to even this game up.
Yeah, it's huge. We've talked about, it's really the difference, right, with the Southeast team when they go on the road or go anywhere and teams come in and kick the extra point. You score 4 touchdowns and you get all extra points. That's a full another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. You're exactly right. So getting the ball back right here, and mind you, this kickoff's going to have to be scooted back. You don't get a kickoff from their normal 40-yard line where you would kick off from.
Also a free kick. So we'll see what Kingman wants to do here. And back deep, the ever-dangerous Tucker Thaxton and Kenyon Douglas along with him. Amarion Holub, Evan Watkins in front of them, standing at the 45. There's a lot of speed there. They are going to put it on the tee. And get ready to kick this one away. Grayson Smith, the sophomore, doing the duties. He was a kicker last year as a freshman for this Eagle team. 1:06 left to go. Smith on the approach. End over end kick. It's going to be taken by Douglas at the 38-yard line. Cannon's going to angle to the left across the 40. Has the 45, has a crease, and he's going to be brought down at the 50-yard line. Short field here for southeast of Saline with 59 seconds left to play in the first half. Again, we'll talk to Wade Castleman about southeast of Saline cross country coming up here at the break. We had him all scheduled to join us last Friday night, and then things came up on Saturday, and we got a lot to talk about as far as the runners and the cross-country folks go for southeast of Saline. Wade Castleman will join us coming up at the break.
Yeah, Marion Holland right there, kind of just an absolute pancake berry block that sprung him for another about 4 yards right here on the near sideline.
From the 50, southeast of Saline, with a minute left, full complement of timeouts. Snap back to Jacobson. Gannon looking downfield, has plenty of time. Dancing, overthrows Caden Berrigan. Couple of guys shielding their quarterback there, making sure he does not get touched. Miniman was one of them.
And Devin, if he throws that about 2 seconds quicker, Caden Berrigan is running to the outhouse out there and not being touched. He was wide open. Coaching staff clapping their hands going, Gannon, let it rip.
Garrett Kuhn, also one of the offensive linemen protecting Jacobson there. He's in there at right tackle right now. Holub leaves the backfield. Little screenplay setup. Now Jacobson is going to throw it over the middle of the field, and it's Thaxton, but it's going to be popped up in the air and taken by Kingman. Kingman's going to take this football away as Cade Osborne able to get the interception, and another deflected ball in the middle of the field. Remember, the first one went for a southeast touchdown. This one goes for a takeaway for the Kingman Eagles.
That one not really deflected right there, kind of deflected. Tucker took a shot as soon as he was able to get his hands on that football.
So not quite to midfield goes Kingman. They're at the 49. An interception with 40 seconds left. Bradshaw in there, has a running back to his left, two wide receivers to the right. Here's a little reverse pass going on. Bradshaw looking downfield. He's going to opt to run. Didn't have anybody down there. He's across midfield at the 50, and he's going to be ran out of bounds on the far side. Let's see where they spot him sitting out of bounds here, and it's going to be at about the 41.
Yeah, that play was covered really well right there by Southeast on that double reverse flip back pass. Corner's doing a good job. Tiernan Potachik communicating very well to Malachi Hopkins and Caden Berrigan on the far side.
But all that razzle-dazzle, Russ, it still only goes for 9 yards. Actually, they gave him 11. First down for Kingman at the southeast 41-yard line. Bradshaw rolling out to pass, finds a crease. He's going to cut it up the middle of the field. He's to the 30 and then chopped down there at the 27-yard line. Tiernan Potachik there to take him down, and Kingman is going to call a timeout with 22 seconds left to play. Don't forget about the high school football scoreboard show every Friday night on KINA. That comes your way from 10 until 11 o'clock. Scores, game wraps from across the state of Kansas. We'll get you all updated on what goes on here in week number 4. Eric Peterson has everything for you right here on KINA. It's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. We are in Kingman tonight from the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney, Russ Kossel, Trey Tolley providing live stream video on salinapost.com. Again, we know the video is glitchy. There's lack of reception. We are recording the game and we'll play back so you can watch it on demand at any time on Salina Post Sports YouTube page. 22 seconds left to play here. 24-0. Southeast of Saline. Kingman has their first glimmering light of offense here, and it's sparked by an interception taken in by Cade Osborne. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Gannon Jacobson so far in this first half.
And remind you, Kingman will get the ball to start the second half of this game, so really big for Southeast right here to keep them out of the end zone.
From the 26, Kingman has the football, first down and 10. I believe 1 timeout remaining for the Eagles. 22 seconds. Bradshaw, play action. He's being chased. He gets hit late, completes the pass. It's right at the line of scrimmage, though, and a good play there by Southeast of Saline defensively by Brody Chambers, taking down the tight end, Garrett Gaddis. Nice play by Chambers. And it's actually going down for just a 3-yard gain. Beautiful play by Chambers.
Good job by the offensive line, or the defensive line right there, reading that screen and getting back. And once again, Brody just narrowly missing an interception once again.
I believe that is the last time out by Kingman. Southeast still has a pocket full, but I don't anticipate them needing them. Kingman stopping the clock here with 11 seconds left to play.
Yeah, it is, because they burned that timeout down there early on in the drive.
11 seconds left to go here, 24-20. Southeast of Saline with 3 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions after touchdown, and a safety to their credit as they're finding all kinds of ways to score here in this game. Got all kinds of other scores going on as we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Games tonight in the area. Bennington plays Republic County, Minneapolis and Norton, Ellsworth and Lyons, Chapman and Clay Center. Sacred Heart is at Valley Heights. Abilene is at Rock Creek. Salina Central plays Goddard Eisenhower. A score from last night, Hutchinson beat Salina South 47-0. Here it's 24-0. Southeast of Saline's defense trying to make a stand here. 11 seconds left to go in the first half. Second down and 7. Bradshaw, 3 wide receivers to the left. Wants to roll that way. Now he's being heated up. He's going to leave the pocket, but Brody Chambers denies access. He takes him down. Also in on that play for Southeast of Saline was Ian Nicholson and Russ. How about Ian Nicholson, as that's going to end the half?
Yeah, big stop right there. Ian Nicholson coming up huge really in this whole game. We'll send it back up to you real quick before Coach comes over here.
That was just a 3-yard gain that time for Ben Bradshaw as Southeast of Saline's defense does their job, and the Trojans getting a nice hand from the homestanding crowd here at Kingman as they go to the locker room, and we await comments here after the first half of play. And boy, what an adventure this has been, trying to juggle around lineups and trying to move people around in the best spot. Let's go down to Russ. Here's Coach.
Coach, really good defensive performance in that first half. On their first 3 drives, they only run 7 plays. So talk about your defense in the first half.
I think our defense is very, very good. Obviously Kingman's a good football team, and to hold them to 0.5 has done a good job. And we've had to do a lot of different things. The quarterback's shifty and runs around real well. The running back runs hard, but I feel like our defense has stepped up and done a good job so far.
Offense doing a lot of good things. Offensive line really, in particular, clearing out holes for Amarion Hollab, who's had to step in.
Yeah, Marion's done a great job too. But our offensive line is what's keeping this offense going, and they're doing an outstanding job. You bet.
All right, Coach. Good luck second half.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Comments on the field there from Coach Gebhardt as he heads into the locker room at halftime. His Trojans with a 24-0 lead, and that brings us to the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report. When we come back, we'll have a conversation about Southeast of Saline cross country with Wade Castleman. We'll also check the area scoreboard brought to you by Bennington State Bank, and we'll go over the stats from the first half, get you all ready for the second half of action. But first, we'll step away as we begin the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report with the Southeast Trojans leading over Kingman at the break, 24-0 here on KINA.
Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
For 40 years, Phillips Seed has delivered top-quality certified seeds. With wheat drilling season approaching, now's the time to reach out to Phillips Seed Farms for the latest variety options and tailored seed treatments. It's also the perfect opportunity to plan your corn hybrids and soybean varieties for the 2025 planting season. Visit PhillipsSeed.com, follow us on Facebook and X, or connect with a local seed dealer near you. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
Aceria Oil and Hardware encourages you to celebrate your freedoms and the best country on the planet. Stop in and check out the largest ammo supply in southern Saline County. Stock up now and be ready for next season. With 24/7 pumps, no matter what time of day or night, your gas and diesel tanks can rely on us. During regular business hours, you can get your favorite pizza and snacks to have enough energy to win the day. Aceria Oil and Hardware, located in Aceria at the corner of Center and Main. We'll fill you up.
Running out of time for laundry? Let Laundry Technicians of Salina help you. Our premier wash and fold service offers convenient same-day or 24-hour turnaround options. Simply drop off your laundry and pick it up fresh and folded, giving you more time for what really matters. Whether you're back from a trip, swamped at work, or caught off guard by an unexpected event, we've got your laundry covered. Visit Stella at Laundry Technicians in Craft Manor today and experience how we simplify your life one load at a time.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap, stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Let's head back to the stadium for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here at halftime, Southeast of Saline football in Kingman tonight to take on the Eagles. Time now to step aside and talk about Southeast of Saline cross country with head coach Wade Castleman. Coach, boy, we got a lot to catch up on. We had you all slotted in to come visit us in the press box last Friday night, but when the lightning and the rain came in, we had to schedule that for Saturday. And, of course, we did go over your results, but I'm just curious to talk to you about two meets that we haven't had a chance to chat about on air yet. And that were your meets in Wamego, where you ran against 4A competition, then the following meet in Buhler, where, again, you tangled with some bigger schools. Let's start first with the Wamego meet. How'd you feel like the kids performed there?
You know, I thought they did really well. Wamego is a challenging course. You know, a lot of people compare it to Rimrock, which is where we run for state. And, I mean, a lot of our kids ran season best times, and some even ran personal best times on a very challenging course. Of course, the weather was perfect that morning. It was a little cooler and little drizzle coming down at that time also. But, you know, the kids just got out and competed to a high level, which is what we're asking them to do, especially when we step up and ran in the 4A division at that meet, and came away with some victories there, which, you know, was really good for us.
You and I have talked about that before, the elevation of divisions and kind of going after the bigger schools, hopefully tougher competition. Well, your kids really embrace that, don't they?
They really do. And, you know, since we do it so much, it's not just a big shock to them that, oh, my gosh, we're running against Great Bend. They're a 5A, you know, powerhouse and everything. And, you know, so when we do, you know, step into that competition, it's good for them. So they can see, okay, we can compete at a high level in an upper division. And now that we're down into the, you know, levels, not that 3A is not tough by any means. I'm not taking anybody for granted there, but, you know, it just gives us a chance to see some different people and stuff, and the kids just rise to the occasion for us, and I can't ask more for that from them.
Then last Thursday, you were able to go to Buhler and have another great performance. And again, some bigger schools. I saw schools like Great Bend, Salina South, Salina Central, Newton, just kind of a few schools to name that are on the standings. How do you feel like your kids performed there at Buhler?
You know, fortunately, you know, it was forecasted to be really hot that day, extreme heat, and they moved that meet to the morning, which was a blessing. And, you know, the Buhler, it's a good meet, good competition. The course is, the footing isn't the greatest, but, you know, it's probably one of our least favorite courses. But, again, we got to see good competition, and the kids just went out and competed well. The Great Bend girls challenged our girls, and we were second to the Great Bend girls. But the rest of the competition that was at our classification level, we were right ahead of them and everything. So we felt good coming out of that meet, heading into our home meet.
Then the big meet, of course, the home meet on Tuesday here on the campus of Southeast of Saline. And you guys were able to protect home turf, so to speak. The girls, first place with 58 points. Second, Smoky Valley, 72 points. Third is Heston. How do you feel like your ladies performed in their home meet on Tuesday?
You know, they did a really nice job. They packed together, which is something we've been talking about this season, because we don't have a true front runner like we've had in some years. And, keeping that gap down, keeping people, as few people in between our runners as we can is important for us. And the girls did that. We got to see Smoky Valley and Heston for the first time, which are 3A schools, and they've got some very good individual runners. And Smoky Valley, that they're going to be a team that we definitely need to keep an eye on, and Heston as well. If they continue to improve, they could, be pushing for a podium spot come postseason for us.
On the guys' side, again, first place for Southeast of Saline's Trojans. Breen Academy, some 23 points behind them in second. Halstead took third. And when you look at the individual performances, Coach, first, second, fourth, ninth, and 10th. You have 5 runners in the top 10 of this meet. How do you feel like your guys performed?
They did really well, and we were without Brooks Carlin that day. He went home not feeling well that day. And, our younger kids are really stepping up. Our freshmen and sophomores, I couldn't be more pleased with them. I mean, we know that Braden Walker and Jacob Bircher and Jacob Toney are going to give us solid performances week in and week out. And it's these younger kids that are stepping up and, having quite a few guys under 18 minutes this early in the season. It just makes me excited for, the postseason coming up here in a few weeks.
You have a junior high side of your home meet, too. What did you see out of your youngsters?
They're doing a good job. We don't have any 7th grade boys, but we do have 7th grade girls, and we don't have any 8th grade girls, but we, have the 7th grade girls, and they're doing a great job as well. I can't be more pleased with that. Payson Murray, and we went 7, 8, 9 in the 7th grade girls. Payson Murray led us, and Avery Tripp, and then Skylar Duran. And then on the 8th grade boys side, Joseph Bircher was our first boy, and then Thomas Willis, followed by Andrew Knopf, Isaiah Olander, and Cooper Rohr. And they're just getting better and better every week. And it's fun to see them. I think everybody's liking the cooler temperatures. Everybody's competing at a higher level and running faster and gaining more confidence each week.
You have a little bit of a break. I mean, not much, but a little bit of space here between your next meet. You will next run October 3rd at the golf course near Halstead. So a little bit of time there. Where do you see your team at right now? You've got some meets in. It seems like you've been really, really busy here over the last couple of weeks. Where do you feel like you're at right now as we enter into October?
I look forward to this, with our meet being on a Tuesday, it gives us a couple extra days that we can get some longer runs in and get an extra speed workout in. And it also gives us a chance. We've got some people that got some soreness going on and some illness going on too. So it gives us a chance to kind of recharge our batteries a little bit. Going into the Halstead meet, and with that meet being on a Thursday, and then we don't run again for another 9 days at the Riley County meet. So we get, a couple big breaks in between there right before we start the postseason. So it's good for us to have that, and I like that in our schedule.
Wade Castleman, he's the head coach of Southeast of Saline's cross-country teams that are off to a great start. We'll keep you up to date, of course, on all the action with Southeast of Saline cross-country. Coach, thanks for your time.
You bet. Thank you, Devin, for having me on.
Back with more halftime after this. Southeast of Saline football at Kingman here on KINA.
It's third down and 8 for the Trojans. They really need to make the right call here.
During the football game, it's crucial to make the right call. And in real estate, one call can bring a positive outcome from your real estate experience. Whether you're looking for real property, upsizing to make room for the family, downsizing, or acquiring investment property, call Winnell Garrettson at Salina Homes.
What a call! Touchdown, Trojans!
Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing. They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Welcome back here. Halftime from the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney, Russ Kossel, 24-0. Southeast of Saline leading Kingman as we look at first half stats. Kingman Eagles so far passing the football. They're 4 out of 5 for 23 yards. Rushing the football, they have 33 yards. They have a total of 56 yards of total offense here at halftime. And as you touched on, Russ, we'll follow up with this here in a little bit, a lack of plays, mostly right up until that last drive of the first half. Southeast of Saline, on the other hand, they have plenty of plays to talk about and good ones. Gannon Jacobson throwing the football. It's been a challenge tonight, but he has 2 touchdowns on 4 of 13 passing. Also has 2 interceptions. His main target so far has been Tucker Thaxton. 3 catches, 36 yards and a touchdown. He also threw a touchdown to Amarion Holub. Holub is the leading rusher for Southeast of Saline. 14 carries, 82 yards. Also, Gannon Jacobson, 5 carries, 33 yards. Grady Gebhardt had a carry for 5 yards before he went out of this game. He only managed 1 carry before he checked himself out of this game, and now on the sideline for Southeast of Saline. Time now to look at your scoring plays. Brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Visit Dr. Westbrook in the Sports Injury Walk-In Clinic every Monday and Thursday mornings if you have a sports-related ailment. Southeast of Saline started out. They punted the football, and they downed that inside the 5-yard line. But then they would get the football back. Gannon Jacobson to Amarion Holub for that 5-yard touchdown. Thaxton with the 2-point conversion run, 8-0, Southeast of Saline. And then Southeast was able to score again with 31 seconds left to go. After a bad Kingman punt snap, went over the head of the punter. Amarion Holub, a 2-yard touchdown run. No 2-point conversion. Southeast of Saline led it at the end of 1, 14-0. Southeast of Saline, though, early in the second quarter, 10:56 left to go. Jacobson and Thaxton hooked up for 19 yards. 2-point conversion by Holub made it 22-0. And then Southeast of Saline's defense would add on a safety with 1:06 left to go. You can credit that safety to the defensive line. We'll be back after a 1-minute timeout from the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Kingman. Southeast of Saline leading the Eagles 24-0 here on KINA.
Stardust Trophy has been a family-owned business in downtown Salina since 1976. That tradition continues today. While Valerie and Wendell may be setting their sights on future vacations, Mallory is ready to serve you with a new name, products, and services. Stardust Awards and more. Personalized items and products for your office, business promotion, wedding, and of course, medals and trophies, plus so much more. Stardust Awards and more in downtown Salina since 1976, serving you at StardustTrophy.com.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline football on KINA.
24-0 0 as we get ready to start the third quarter. Southeast of Saline scheduled to kick off to Kingman. After seeing what we saw in a lot of places having new faces in them, Russ, here on the Southeast team as they're fighting off the injury bug, what are your new image audio keys to success for Southeast to keep this train rolling?
Stay hot on defense. Contain the quarterback. You've seen him get out a little bit on that last drive. Nonetheless, you contained him enough where he didn't score. So I think on offense, you just got to ride the train that's got you here, and that's your offensive line and Amarion Holloman, drop back and throw the ball when necessary. So, you touched on it, but plays in the first half. In the first 5 drives for Kingman, 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and that long overhead snap that resulted in a touchdown, a 1-play pick, 3 plays punts, and then they went for it on 4th down on their 5th drive and were stopped short. Unofficially under probably 15 plays in that first half, and Southeast well over that 30-play mark. So time of possession was huge in that first half, and I think if you're Southeast, you got to continue to stand on defense but put those sustainable drives together of 10-plus plays.
Very well said. As we get ready for the third quarter here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Again, video free of charge, streaming on salinapost.com. No, it's a little glitchy. We are aware. Thank you for your concerns. It'll be recorded and played back later. You're going to watch it anytime you want. But stick with us right now, just dealing with reception issues here in Kingman. They say it's God's country out here, Russ, but obviously he does not carry a cell phone.
Doesn't need to.
One. Here we go, ready to kick it away. Malachi Hopkins sends it airborne. It's going to be taken by Braylon Price for the Eagles, and immediately he's being swarmed on by Southeast of Saline defenders, and then stumbles down inside the 25-yard line. Therefore, Southeast of Saline once again, Bryson Lippold.
Yeah, Bryson was the one that made the initial contact, and he probably should have just went down right there as he retreated, back about another 4 yards trying to break tackles. So Kingman here to set to start the ball with this third quarter, just underway. I think if you're Southeast is where you want to be on the defensive side right now.
From the 24-yard line, Kingman first down and 10, and the referee is going to stop this before it gets started.
Well, the kicking tee will still out on the field. Get Max Gordon to go out there and get that from the official.
Ben Bradshaw, shotgun formation, running back directly behind him. They're going to hand it off. Nope, Bradshaw's going to keep it, and he is going to get nothing on that play. Tackled down by a host of defenders for Southeast of Saline. Brody Chambers getting up from the pile, one of them. Also, Evan Watkins coming in from his linebacker spot, and Deacon Bear also in the mix.
And Bradshaw ended up in the exact same position right next to the running back who got tackled at the same time. So a good job right there by Southeast on first down, really on first down every drive so far.
Clean them all up, right? Don't honor the fake. You just take whoever may have the football down.
Just do your job.
Second down and 9 from the 20. Here's a ball on the turf. They have to pick it up, and still tumbling ahead to about the 28-yard line for a gain of 3 on the play. Third down and 6 coming up.
Yeah, Bradshaw just did everything he could right there to get positive yards. The ball took a favorable bounce right back up into his arms, and he kind of just lunged forward to get positive yards. But third downs have been tough for this Kingman offense.
3rd and 6 from their own 28. Southeast defense moving around. Bear and Watkins showing blitz. Here's Bradshaw, wants to screen it out to the left. Has some blockers out there. Southeast trying to fight through it, and this ball's going to come out close to the first down yardage. The official coming through is going to eyeball the football all the way across the field, and he's going to say move the chains. Kingman has a first down. Those have been hard to come by for the Eagles here in this game. That was a gain of 7.
Yeah, first 5 drives of the game, no first downs. Obviously, they picked a couple up on that last drive of the game in what I would consider garbage time that Southeast did a good job of keeping them out of the end zone.
Bradshaw now throwing the football, 5 out of 6. Pistol formation. Gives it to the running back. First one through. Not much working there, as he was taken down right away.
Yeah, not much going up the middle for the Kingman offense unless Bradshaw drops back to pass, and then he kind of gets in that scramble mode, and that's really the only place he's been able to go is in that B gap outside the tackles.
Bryson Lippold there to chop him down for Southeast. Out to the 35, second down and 10. No gain on that play. Bradshaw wants to pass. Drop back. No pressure so far. Now he's going to step up through and have a receiver in the middle of the field, but that receiver sliding down cannot make the catch, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they didn't get holding right there on the offensive line. Drew Weller just absolutely got torn down from behind and then just laid on top of. Did a good job of getting back up and trying to make a play, but Bradshaw having no time to throw the ball back there.
Nose of the football sitting at the Kingman 35-yard line. Third down and 10 coming up. Eagles dispatch 2 wide receivers and a tight end who's standing up out to the right-hand side. Bradshaw in the pistol formation with Gabe Anderson. Bradshaw rolling out, wants to throw, has a receiver, and it's dropped in the middle of the field. He was wide open, was Braylon Price, and couldn't make the play. It's incomplete. Fourth down and 10.
Yeah, he was wide open, right at the first down stick, and probably could have turned and ran for another 5 to 10. I think you'll see the traditional punt formation here for Kingman. Defense, that bend, don't break. That probably the longest drive that Kingman's had, 6 plays and picked up 1 first down.
Malachi Hopkins flares out right. Tiernan Potacek to the left, back deep now. Thaxton. Here's the short snap kick out of Bradshaw. It's going to go up in the air, bounce at the 40, out of bounds. And southeast of Saline is going to have good field position as they take over here with the first possession of the second half.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to spot that at the 41-yard line. Good field position once again for this Trojan offense. See if they can put a sustained drive together once again.
154 yards of offense. It wasn't racking up a lot of yards on their way to 24 points in the first half. It was just making plays. Remember, they had a 2-yard, 1-play drive after getting the football at the 2-yard line after a bad snap over the punter's head. They also have a safety to add in there as well. Gannon Jacobson with Amarion Hollub in the pistol formation. First down and 10 at the 40-yard line. They give it to Hollub, and he's going to be taken down right away. Lost a yard.
Yeah, maybe a missed assignment up front right there that we don't really see very often from any of these. Deacon Bear just kind of running back to try to get his guy, but a loss of about 2 yards there on that play.
Back to the 39-yard line. Second down and 11 or 12. Southeast of Saline, wearing those all-white jerseys. Jacobson, flare screen out to Thaxton. Tucker makes the catch. He's in the crease. Look out. 45 to the 50, and then across midfield to the other 45 he goes. It's a gain on the play of 17 yards. Jacobson on the screen to Tucker Thaxton.
Yeah, good job blocking out here on the outside. Appeared that one was Evan Watkins on that block on the near side. Just a good job. That's a tough spot to put a receiver in. I don't think people understand how tough it is on those stretch plays for those receivers to block right away and not hold.
At the Kingman 45, a new set of downs, first down and 10. Jacobson pitches out left-hand side to Amarion Hollub. He's going to hit the crease as he kind of slide steps there through the line of scrimmage, stretching it out to the left, and he's going to gain 2 on first down, make it 3 now for Hollub.
Yeah, and he is just fun to watch back behind how he works on the backside of the line of scrimmage, just waiting for his blocks. Real shifty, light on his feet, and able to hit that hole.
Different approach than Gebhardt, isn't it?
Much different.
Second down.
End result the same.
Yeah. Second down and 7. As they push the ball to the 42 at Kingman. Jacobson wants to pass. Little screen out here to Malachi Hopkins, who's being grabbed around the face mask. He gets away from the defender and gets the first down stick anyway at the 35, but we're going to tack on a face mask on this as well. That defender that time got caught in a bad spot. He got up underneath Malachi's hat.
But how strong of Malachi right there to not go down with that face mask. You know, he come out of that break, kind of went lower, and still lunged and got what appeared to be the first down, so you're going to get 15 yards tacked on top of that play. A good read right there by Gannon Jacobson and a good job by Malachi out there on the outside.
New placement of the football should be just outside of the 20-yard line. That's where they're going to put it down at the 21. First down and 10. Southeast knocking on the door of the Can-Equip red zone once again. Your Case IH dealer is now in Solomon right off I-70. Here's the fake end around to Thaxton. Jacobson going to keep it. He is in the red zone. He's still moving, still going, and he has the 16-yard line. Boy, what a job that time, and what an effort from Gannon Jacobson. He got 5 on the play.
Yeah, and you can thank the help right there. It looked like trying to wait for a number to come up. Can't really tell who it was. Kind of grabbed a hold of him and pushed him right there. Might have been Kendall Minimum on that right-hand side.
Kendall's had a good night tonight. Ball sitting on the 16. Second down and 5. Jacobson takes a low snap. Little screen pass again out to Thaxton. Tucker using his strength, dragging Eagles along with him, and he's going to be close to another southeast of Saline first down. Another pitch and catch out to the left-hand side. Jacobson to Thaxton.
I think you're going to be short by about a long yard, maybe a yard and a half right here to bring up third down.
Ball sitting at the 11 now.
7th play of this drive coming up.
Third down and 1. Working through the Can-Equip red zone here. Southeast of Saline will put Berrigan and Thaxton out to the right-hand side. Hollub directly behind Jacobson in the pistol. Gannon asking for the football. He's going to hand it off to Amarion. Bounces out to the right-hand side. Has a crease. Amarion Hollub dives for the goal line, and he is going to have another Southeast touchdown. There's a flag on the play in the middle of the field, just outside of the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like they might have got Evan Watkins on a hold right there, and really no need for that, as Amarion had already jump cut that one to the outside and then just puts his foot in the ground. But you see the speed once again right there, so now you're backed up. Going to be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 right here instead of 3rd and 1, but offensive line once again just winning the line of scrimmage on every single play.
You know the clutchless transmissions, the cars that have the paddle shifters up by the steering wheel? When Omarion Hollub has a crease there, it just feels like that's what he's doing, shifting gears, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
I mean, it doesn't take any time at all.
And it's endless gears. Like he just keeps shifting. It's like he gets faster the further down the field that he goes.
They're going to move this football to the 22 now. It's 3rd down and 11. 3rd down and 11. Jacobson, play action, rolling out to the right. Has an Eagle to beat. Now he's going to unleash it. Has Thaxton at the 11. But it went out of bounds. Thaxton did. The ball did not go with him as it is laying down now as an Eagle goes down awkwardly over there on the far side. I'm not sure what that's all about. That's defensive back Braylon Price, and he's asking for some help over there, some medical attention, as he kind of went out of bounds with Thaxton and then hit the deck.
Yeah, he got up and took off running. Looked like he lost his footing. The drain to the field is over there on that far side near the track. We saw that when we walked over. You hope that is nothing serious if he did catch that, but looks maybe it appears to be a possible cramp as they're getting him stretched out. But that drainage ditch is in that far side corner over there.
Again, last Friday football in September, and this is one of 2 of the hottest nights that we've had. This was comparable when we started to the Clay Center game. We were on deck for the hottest game last Friday before the lightning and the rain came in and ruined that. That was about 100 degrees when we pulled in the campus of SES. About 85, 87 today. It felt a lot hotter than that, though, in the broadcast booth here as we were in the Equity Bank broadcast booth staring into the sun like we were in a tanning bed for about the first 25 minutes of this game.
Yeah, not to mention the hour prior setting up, looking right at it even higher. So
you look radiant, by the way.
I got nothing off of that. I see you every day of the week, and you still never cease to amaze me.
5:56 left to go here, 3rd quarter. They're still attending to Braylon Price, who is rolling around over there on the far side. That cramp, if it is a cramp, getting the best of him right now. They make, I've heard, allegedly, bottles of pickle juice that will just take those right out of you.
Yeah, you can buy them by, like, the pickle shot, and I don't know what's in them.
I
don't ever have a cramp problem because we eat a lot of pickles
in the
Console household.
I got a buddy. His name's Mitch. He told me that one time. I asked him how come his football team doesn't cramp up all the time. That's what he told me. 4 wide receivers out to the right. Jacobson, a solo here. 4th down and 11 for Southeast of Saline. Here's the blitz. Jacobson hangs into the last minute, puts it up, and it's caught. Tucker Thaxton, 4th, and who cares? Southeast of Saline scores. Jacobson held in the pocket until the last minute. He was able to throw it downfield, and his buddy Tucker Thaxton climbs the ladder and takes it in from 22 yards away.
8-play drive right there. That would have been the 3rd first down that resulted in a touchdown. And about 4 minutes, 3.5, almost 4 minutes taken off the clock right there nonetheless, ending up in 6. But when in doubt, 22's down there somewhere, right? Just throw it up. He had guys in his face that whole play.
Going for 2, fake to Hollop. Jacobson's going to keep it. 2 guys in the back of the end zone. They're both covered up. Jacobson now is going to zigzag his way towards the goal line, and he has the stripe. Gannon Jacobson helps add another 8 points on the Southeast of Saline score with 5:48 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Southeast of Saline stretches it out 32-0 Trojans over the Kingman Eagles here in Kingman. Live video on Salina Post and Southeast of Saline football tonight on KINA, brought to you by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
This Friday night, your Southeast Trojans are in the field, and Hancock Chiropractic is proud to support your local athletes. At Hancock Chiropractic in Salina, they believe in keeping community strong and healthy, just like our athletes. Whether you're recovering from a tough game or looking to stay at your best, they're here to help you move better and feel better, because when our team wins, we all win. Call Hancock Chiropractic, 785-827-0354, or schedule online. Go Trojans! Powered by Hancock Chiropractic, where health meets performance.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
On a 4th down and 12, Gannon Jacobson finds Tucker Thaxton from the 22-yard line. Touchdown is the 2nd of the night for Thaxton. It's the 3rd passing touchdown of the night for Jacobson. And Southeast of Saline adds on the 2-point conversion after a Gannon 2-point run. 32-0. Southeast of Saline out in the lead. As we're back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, Devin Haney, Russ Kossel, Trey Tolley also on the camera tonight. Appreciate him making the road trip. Here's a kickoff from Hopkins, taken by Kingman at the 20-yard line, but they don't get much after that. Canyon Douglas, who is just playing really, really good football right now. He kind of put his head above water last week, didn't he, and said, hey, I'm here. It's my junior year. I'm really fresh, too, because I missed last year because of injury. We really like him. We knew in Game 3 when he got hurt, we were being cheated out of watching one of the better players in the area, and Canyon Douglas is picking up.
Yeah, and he, 1 interception last week, an interception tonight, multiple open field tackles on special teams. Just really good to see him back on the field, like you said, getting cheated out of his whole sophomore season.
From the 24, Kingman has it back, trying to muster something positive. Bradshaw rolling out, being chased by Lippold, and that's a big block. Boy, somebody from Kingman just came in and laid out Bryson Lippold on the blind side there. And there is a flag on the play, or no?
I don't think so, but I don't know how. Clearly got his face crossed and came back and just absolutely decleated him. Very, very dangerous hit right there, but nonetheless, a gain of none. 2nd down and 10 right here for Kingman.
Drew Weller was also in that mess somehow. 3 receivers, 2 and a tight end standing up, to be exact, on the right-hand side. Bradshaw's going to run it straight up the gut, and it is going to be his running back coming through for about a gain of 5. Good stop there by the Southeast defense, as they were able to limit that run. Coming through the middle that time was Cade Osborne.
And once again, 3rd and 5+ right here for Kingman, who Devin, I think we've seen be 3rd and 5+ just about every drive, except for when they had that 3rd and 1, lost 2 yards, and then lost another yard on 4th down.
Yeah, you're not kidding. 2 receivers again, dispatched to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end stays tight this time against the offensive line. 32-0, Southeast of Saline leading. Now the tight end in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to him. Bradshaw wants to slip the screen. It's going to get blown up. Holy cow, look out. Bryson Lippold just got payback for one of his teammates that got taken out just 2 plays ago, as Bryson Lippold ended that play in abrupt fashion.
You want to talk about accelerating on a dime. And once again, Brody Chambers reading these screenplays extremely well up front from that nose tackle position. I don't want to take nothing away from Bryson Lippold coming up and laying the stick right there to bring up 4th down.
Tiernan Patok's going to go back deep here. 4th down and 7 for Kingman. Football being snapped back here. Bradshaw will put his foot into it again. Potocik might have a chance at this. That's a beautiful punt. Tiernan will take it at the 31. Going to the right-hand side, 35, 40, 45, and ran out of bounds there. Good return of about 14 yards from Tiernan Potocik. One of the coaches for Kingman over there is saying Potocik dropped his knee on the return.
Yeah, it was
I think he's just low to the ground.
It is close, and he's not high to the ground anyway. So he's built really low. So good for him to get that one down, and a good job of getting about 10 yards on that return. And once again, another 3 and out for this Southeast defense. Unreal of what they're doing on that side of the ball tonight.
From the 45-yard line now, Southeast of Saline will come out with a new drive with 4:01 left to play here in the third. 32-0 Trojans, who have had their challenges trying to fight off an injury bug, but they have done pretty well and had some new guys step up in key spots. Here's another screen out to Thaxton. Thaxton has to catch it. He has 5 yards, has 10, down the sideline on the left, and he's going to twinkle toes it out of bounds right inside of the 40-yard line as he gets to the 39. What a play.
Yeah, but what a play by Malachi Hopkins and Evan Watkins coming out there, and very patient run right there as a defender kind of had a shot at him, but yet here comes one of the other receivers too. He picks up that block, and then just the acceleration that Tucker Thaxton has to get past that first level.
They're going to say he slipped out of bounds at the 41. First down and 10, Southeast of Saline. Holub in motion. They will give him the handoff. He has to get it. No, they're going to fake it to him. Jacobson keeps it. Gannon still on his feet as he's going to fight and hop his way inside of the 35-yard line. Brought down at the 33. Gain of 8 for Gannon Jacobson. He is quietly tonight. Ran the football very efficiently. 7 carries for 46 yards.
And how much trust does that take in your number 2 running back to hold that in his belly that long, confusing the guy standing next to me thinking that Amarion Hollum had the ball right there.
3:20 left to play. Here's the snap. Jacobson, he's going to take it again, and he has a seam. Gannon Jacobson in the second level, steps through a Bradshaw tackle all the way to the end zone. From 33 yards away, Gannon Jacobson has now scored on the ground. Southeast on the board again.
Boy, and he had a lead blocker right there, and it appeared to be Drew Weller. I apologize if I get that wrong. The last number was a 1, but just an unreal play right there in the backfield. The fake just sold out on Amarion Hollub, and he had one guy to beat, and that was the safety in the back. Ben Bradshaw just threw him the little cold shoulder stiff arm. Get your face mask in the ground, and I'm going for 6.
33-yard run. Here's the 2-point conversion around the edge. Amarion Hollub, but he's already in the back of the end zone. He is turning a corner faster than running vertically as he adds another 2-point conversion, and Southeast of Saline has taken a 40-0 lead here on the road against Kingman. 3:09 left to play, third quarter. Southeast of Saline in control here in Kingman on KINA.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You are listening to Southeast Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
Get on your social medias lately. One of my favorite things is watching the retired teacher stories of Mike Garrettson. He has a lot of knowledge, some useless, most of it pretty good though. But I'm just curious if Coach Garrettson could tell us about these flying spider webs that we're seeing in Kingman tonight. There's spider webs all over the place, just floating through the air. Are there spiders in them?
Yeah,
I'm curious.
Hopefully we can hear from somebody on this.
Here's Malachi Hopkins. He's going to make one of the few mistakes for Southeast tonight as his ball shanks out of bounds, and he will give Kingman the ball here at the 35-yard line. So good field position here for the Eagles as they take over once again, but boy, they have been owned tonight by the Southeast of Saline defense, and I don't know that we can sit there. It would be easier to say this guy really didn't play that well. I don't know that we can do that, though.
No,
I mean, it is a committee thing. I'm watching right now. Miniman's going out there. We already have Drew Weller out there. We have Deacon Bear, who slipped back to a linebacker. He and Evan Watkins are taking up the middle for Killian Vaughn and Grady Gebhardt, who are battling injuries here tonight. I mean, it's one of those things that Amarion Holub, Tiernan Potacik in there at safety. Tiernan's played a lot of defense tonight for Gannon Jacobson, who is a little nicked up.
Yeah, it's 11 on offense and 11 on defense, doing all the right things.
From the 35, here's Bradshaw. And he is just super depleted. Holy cow. That is Deacon Bear and Brody Chambers.
Yeah, Brody Chambers just met him in the hole and said, "And I haven't made many tackles tonight, but I'm sure causing havoc up here for you. I need to get one on the board," and that one counts for a lot right there as Brody Chambers just breaks through the line and just tattoos Bradshaw.
They couldn't get the door shut fast enough on Brody Chambers. He is out there right now on the right defensive end spot. 2nd down and 10. No gain on that play. Bradshaw takes a 27-step drop. Now he's going to roll out to the left-hand side. He's in trouble. Watkins chasing him, and Bradshaw's going to mail it out onto the track on the home side of the field. You start in the shotgun, and then you backpedal probably another 12 yards.
Yeah, but it was another screenplay that was read once again by number 75, who is just amazingly smart out there on these screenplays. There has not been one that has went anywhere right now, and he knows as soon as they let me go, something's going on because I'm not one they're going to let go of.
Yep. And the change of direction for him, the size that he is super impressive.
Yeah.
Ball still sitting at the 35. That's where this drive started. 2 plays that go unanswered here for Kingman. They're going to empty the backfield and go 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Canyon Douglas showed blitz. Now he drops off into coverage. Bradshaw has the open field in front of him. He's going to take off, and he is going to fight through a couple of Southeast defenders and then fall ahead and be short by a yard. 9 yards on the carry from Ben Bradshaw.
Yeah, you would have liked to seen the first player there wrap up a little bit. Had him probably at about the 40-yard line. Probably tackled for 4 yards less than that. So another 4th and short right here. Last time they had 4th and 1, they lost 2 yards when they tried to run it up the middle.
Southeast of Saline football tonight brought to you by the Southeast of Saline Education Foundation, also Frisbee Construction, Salina Ortho, and Laundry Technicians. Going to need some laundry technicians on these white uniforms after this game, right?
And you go last year, Kingman puts up 430 yards of offense last year against the Southeast team.
4th and 1, Bradshaw going for it. Has it behind a couple of blockers. Now out in the open field. He's going to be caught from behind and taken down there by Bryson Lippold. But Bradshaw got all the way across the midfield stripe into Southeast of Saline territory to the 37-yard line.
And that's really been the only running that has been there tonight for Bradshaw, has been in between the tackles. He just is patiently waiting for it, and he can't get on the outside, so they might as well run it on the inside, as this will be probably the last play of the third quarter.
Screen pass out to the left, deep in the backfield, and they're going to lose 5 yards. That screen pass out there for a loss of 5 will be the last play. Evan Watkins comes up from the bottom of the pile with a bunch of his Southeast of Saline friends as that went out to Cade Osborne, and it's going to lose, they're going to say only about 3 or 4, but that should be the last play of the third quarter. When we come back, throw 4 fingers in the air. The fourth quarter is right around the corner. Southeast of Saline football here tonight in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, brought to you on KINA and also SalinaPost.com with live stream video presented by Assyria Oil and Hardware.
Wastewater backing up into your home? Time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline football on KINA.
The official apparel provider of Eagle Communications and Salina Post Sports is Messenger Total Promotions. If you want to brand it, go downtown Salina and see them. Messenger Total Promotions, making sure we always look as good as we can. Went with the dark Trojan shirts tonight. Not so sure that was smart since we were baking in the sun, but still, we look good sweating.
Yeah.
What do you got there? Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Looks like you're working hard.
Yeah, we'll get. Looks like we're getting ready to go here,
Okay.
But we had some scoring finally in the Hillsboro-Halstead game. That is 14-0 Hillsboro at the end of 3.
Second down and 13 from the 40-yard line. Bradshaw back to pass. Wants to go over the middle. There's Osborne. Slipped through a would-be tackler for southeast of Saline, and he's going to surge ahead and get a first down at the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for Kingman. This is one of the better field positions they have had here tonight with a new set of downs as they are setting right at the 25-yard line, first and 10.
Might have been the only thing Amarion Hall needs coached on right there was tackling. He's done everything else right tonight.
Here's Bradshaw. He's going to ride Osborne out to the outside. Now he's going to cut it back up inside, maybe get 4 on the play. Then southeast of Saline will cut him down. Second down coming up.
8th play coming up on this drive. The longest sustained drive by 6 plays tonight has been their longest drive of this game.
The Southeast crowd is incredible. They cheer, and I look up. I'm thinking maybe there's a penalty flag or something on that play. It doesn't matter how many yards Kingman gains or loses. They're always clapping for the person that made the tackle or people that made the tackle, cheering on the Southeast defense. Here's Bradshaw back to pass. He's in trouble, and he's going to be dropped. And there's something for the Southeast crowd to cheer about as Drew Weller came in from behind. He went right around a would-be blocker and chopped down Ben Bradshaw for a sack.
Yeah, he was double-teamed right there and ran around one guy. Another guy tried to trip him up, and he just lunged at the feet of Bradshaw and was able to get him. That probably saved Bradshaw had a lot of running room in front of him right there, so a good job by Drew Weller of making that tackle.
Back to the 24 where it's 3rd down and 9. Bradshaw with 2 receivers on each side, has a running back. It's Osborne with him. Fakes it to Osborne, gets through to the second level, then brought down there at the ankles. It looks like by Thaxton maybe. Watkins also in there.
Bryson Lippold also into that tackle.
Lippold, yep.
You know, he has yet to give that ball to the running back, regardless if he's going to get tackled or not. I think at one of these times you're going to have to get a guy just to tee off on the quarterback on that and let the running back beat you, who has done absolutely nothing in this game.
First down, Kingman. And that's been their trend throughout the year. Not impressive numbers for either one of the running backs. First down and 10, ball on the 13-yard line for Kingman. Looking for their first points of the game. We're in the 4th quarter, 9:42 left to go here in this game. 2 wide receivers on each side again. And again, this time they do give it to Osborne. Cade Osborne races over to the right-hand side, stretches out that play, gets inside of the 10, where it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, just a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards on that play. That was the 10th play of this drive. They're going to almost double their play total from their last 4 drives put together.
Football sitting just inside of the 10. We're at 2nd down and 7. 9:09 left to go here in the 4th. Bradshaw this time keeps it right up the middle. He is hit from the side by Deacon Bear and driven down. Call it the 4-yard line. Gain of 5.
Can still get a first down right here. Look like Ian Nicholson's going to check out of the game. Kendall Minimum going to replace him on the defensive side of the ball.
And how about those two? Their nights tonight. They don't play a lot of defense, but, man, they have really played well tonight. 3rd down and 1. Ball sitting at the 4. As you said, can still get a new set of downs here with a 3rd and 1. Not a goal to go yet. Here's Bradshaw to Cade Osborne, and he is chopped down. Holy cow, it's a high-low situation. Evan Watkins came in and got him at the ankles. Brody Chambers came in and got him at the pads.
Yeah, I'm not sure either one of those guys you want coming in or leaving unblocked, but a good job of filling right there. A loss of about 2 yards on this play, so 4th down and a healthy 2-3 yards right here for Kingman.
4th down. Call it 2, 2.5. Let's call it 3. They keep stretching those chains out there. 4th and 3, we'll call it. Again, they can get a first down here. Football setting out at about the 8. And here's a touchdown by Bradshaw. He ran it in. It's an 8-yard touchdown run on his 18th carry of the night, and Kingman scores their first points with 7:26 left to go. That's the conversation that was being had with Mitch Gebhardt during that last break, was about a running clock.
Yeah.
So the clock is continuing to run now.
Oh, so they must have wanted a running clock there, which I don't know what that says about either team, but nonetheless, a 12-play drive put together by Kingman right there that ate up about 7 minutes total time as extra points blocked.
Deacon Bear in there again as he comes in, and he says, you know what I haven't done tonight? I haven't blocked an extra point, and he puts it in there. Running clock 40-6 as Kingman gets their first points of the night. We'll step away, 30-second timeout. Back with more Trojan football after this.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Trojan Football on KINA Sports.
One of the gifts that we have here, we've been complaining, but a little high maintenance. I get it about the press box and staring into the sun, but one of the things that we do get to do here in Kingman is share the box with Coach Jacobson. And he just informed us that the league rule for Kingman, the league that they play in, their running clock rule is not 45, as is Southeast of Saline's in the NCAA. Their league rule for Kingman is 35 points. So that's the conversation the officials were having, informing Coach Mitch Gebhardt of that. So a 35-point rule after Southeast of Saline's last touchdown that made it 40-0. That's why we're having a running clock right now in Kingman, 40-6. I know you're saying, well, now it's 34 points, Devin, but you can't put that toothpaste back in the tube once it got out.
Yeah.
Here is a pop-up for a kick and a fair catch that is signaled for by Bryson Lippold. He comes over, goes to a knee, fares it cleanly, as he is going to have the Southeast offense now out onto the field. Boy, what a performance all the way around for Southeast tonight. And we're going to see Tiernan Potocik come in here at quarterback. We're also going to see a lot of changes. Levon Hopkins, a sophomore, he will be in there at running back. Tucker Thaxton staying out there. Evan Watkins staying out there.
Landon Albright out there on the line.
Now Thaxton is going to come off. Bryson Lippold, though, is going to play some offense. Brody Chambers is still out there. Drew Weller still out there. High snap over Potocik's head, but it goes right to Hopkins, and he is going to be slung down there. Heady play, though, by Levon Hopkins. That ball went over the head of Tiernan Potocik because it came out hot. And I don't think that was Weller at center that time. I think we have a new center, but we might have to check on that. I might be wrong.
Yeah, there's about 1.5 foot height difference between Gannon and Tiernan, so you gotta bring that down a little bit right there. We'll see who puts their hand over the ball. Looks like it still is Weller out there.
Yep. But as you said, that's a little bit of difference there. This one's high. Potocik, though, is going to bring it down, put it in the belly of Hopkins, and Levon Hopkins is going to get the yardage back that he lost, saving that bad snap. And now Coach Douglas probably talking to his center a little bit, saying, hey, bud, let's recalibrate this guy. Yeah, if Jacobson goes out and he's asking for face mask high snaps, that's probably not going to get it done for Tiernan.
Yeah, it looked like James Friesen checking into the game as well. Jaden Kloster out here at wide receiver. Malachi Hopkins still on the far side. Levon in the backfield.
Stay tuned in postgame. We'll have comments from Mitch Gebhardt in about 4 minutes of scoreboard time. That's how much is left here in the fourth quarter, 40-6, Southeast of Saline. Potocik back into the belly of Levon Hopkins, and Hopkins will bang his way out here to the 35-yard line. Gain of 2 on that play.
Adam Thiel checking into the game now as well. Malachi checking out.
Fourth down. Southeast, though, looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field for a 4th and 8. No, they are not. Here comes Evan Watkins and company.
They just waited for you to say they were going to stay out on the field.
Yeah. Well, use all that play clock.
That's right.
Still 18 seconds left here. Game clock running down. This will take it down to about the 3-minute mark when Watkins punts it away. Back deep for the Kingman Eagles. Looks like maybe Zayden Malik is back deep. This is a good one from Watkins. Holy cow, all the way back inside the 25. Malik is going to field it, then get away from a couple of Trojans. Oh. And then Kenyon Douglas waiting on him saying, don't worry, boy, I got this. I got this, fellas.
Yeah, just seems to be making every tackle on special teams, whether it was on the punts in the first half, the 800 kickoffs that Southeast has had.
One more reminder, Gypsum Fall Festival coming up Saturday, October 19th for a complete list of times and events, and there are a ton of events. I could go over them all, but that would put us into next week. Go to the Gypsum Valley Booster Club Facebook. They have a complete list of events for a fun day with the Gypsum Fall Festival coming up Saturday, October 19th. Bradshaw back out there at quarterback. He's going to get the end around this time to the player that just returned the punt for Kingman. That's Zayden Malik. He'll get a couple of yards around the right-hand side and then be chopped down there. 2:12 left to go.
Yeah, Evan Watkins just come flying in on that open field tackle. Looked like he had plenty of room, but stretched that play out. He probably ran 20 yards, and Evan Watkins makes the tackles. Caden Berrigan will check out. Adam Thiel will now check into the game at corner.
From the 33-yard line, inside 2 minutes left to go. Southeast up 40-6, looking to move their record to 4-0. And Ben Bradshaw is going to be taken down back inside of the 30. I don't think he ever got past the 28-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 5.
Yeah, busted play over there as he turned to run a read, and there was nobody to read with. So it looks like James Friesen now checking in for Kenyon Douglas, who, man, had a whale of a game tonight.
String them together, right?
Yeah.
Last week, this week. There are some guys. We found out how deep this team is tonight.
Very much so.
2 receivers on each side. Bradshaw back to pass. Unleashes it down the right-hand side. Looking for a receiver, and it's going to be incomplete, out of bounds.
Yeah, they were out of bounds anyway.
Yeah, looks like Tyler Bramblett over there on coverage, as he is in the game for Southeast of Saline over there playing that left corner spot. Clock continues to run, 54 seconds left, 4th and 11, as Bryson Lippold comes out.
This will be the last play of the game right here. But, Devin, we can't talk too much about this defense tonight. Just absolutely incredible all night long.
It's been an outing for the Southeast Trojans for sure.
I think they're going to take a delay a game.
Okay.
Possibly right here. Now they're going to reset the play clock, and they're probably just going to let the time run out.
I think everybody might be okay with that as people are packing up their purses and looking for their belongings, getting their wooden chairs together, and getting ready to go home. We're going to have comments with Mitch Gebhardt. We'll also have stats for you, and we will also have our Everhart Precision Ag Precision Pass of the game, along with a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the game. It's all coming up on postgame. When we come back, Coach Gebhardt will join us on the field as Russ will go down and get his thoughts as we take a break after a Trojan victory and start the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report. Southeast of Saline 40, Kingman 6, as the Trojans from Southeast move to 4-0 on the season, and you heard it right here on KINA.
Fall is the absolute best time for the experts at Commercial Tire Centers to look over your vehicle. Summer was tough on your tires, and winter's coming on strong. You don't want to be left stranded with tires that aren't performing. Car, truck, SUV, trailers, farm, and big rigs. Commercial Tire will help you keep safe and productive. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We've all dreamt of being able to remove some of our localized excess fat, but now we can also move it to other parts of our body. Imagine being able to take some of your excess arm or thigh fat and use it to enhance the size and shape of your breast, or removing that little belly pouch and using it to give your face its natural volume and contour back. At Salina Medical Aesthetics, the possibilities are truly endless. Is Beautiful right for you? Contact Salina Medical Aesthetics for a free consultation with one of our certified physicians. SalinaMedAesthetics.org.
When It rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
Time for the Trojan postgame show on KINA Sports. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan football on KINA.
Boy, a dominant performance tonight by the Southeast Trojans, and when you look at the final numbers, it doesn't really seem that way other than defensively. They were very, very good. They only gave up on defense tonight barely over 100 yards. 106 yards is what Southeast of Saline gave up tonight. 79 yards rushing. All of those yards accounted for by quarterback Ben Bradshaw. 27 yards passing for a total of 106 yards of total offense. That is domination at its finest for this Trojan defense. Chance Potocik should be proud of his guys in the way that they came through in waves tonight. And it wasn't the usual starters. You're missing your 2 middle linebackers, 2 of your top tacklers on this team, and you give up 100 yards to a team that has been really, really good in Class 2A. On the other side of the ball, Southeast of Saline, 167 yards rushing, 108 yards passing for a total of 275 yards of offense. Gannon Jacobson tonight was 9 of 17, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jacobson also on the ground had 79 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown. Amarion Hollab tonight, 16 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Tucker Thaxton was his usual phenomenal self. 7 catches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amarion Hollab also had a touchdown receiving tonight as Southeast of Saline gets the victory by a count of 40-6 here in Kingman as we await the arrival of head coach Mitch Gebhart. Russ is on his way down to the field to meet with coach. It's brought to you by Salina Ortho. After a 40-6 victory here for the Southeast of Saline Trojans, who are fighting off the injury bug. Russ, take it away.
Coach, 40-6 defense just played phenomenal all night. We'll talk about that first.
Yeah, they did. They do a good job of that quarterback power run game and stuff, and I felt like our kids, for the most part, did a darn good job with it.
Yeah, those front 3, you had to move guys around tonight. We saw Deacon Bear have to come off the line, play that linebacker spot. But Devin and I kind of mentioned it. It's not, you don't get ready, you stay ready, and it's next man up. And I think that it showed a lot tonight, really on both sides of the ball.
Well, I do, and Deacon's a good football player, so wherever we put him, he's going to do a good job. He played that when he was a freshman and part of a sophomore year then too, and we switched him in on the line. But I thought he did a good job tonight for no more reps than he's had. I mean, he didn't take any reps there all summer long, and I thought he did a good job. I thought Evan Watkins did a nice job tonight too. With extended playing time.
Tackling seems to be what we talked about against Beloit, against Clay Center. Needed to see your team tackle a little bit better. And I thought tonight in the open field, really everybody but Kenyon Douglas stood out to us on special teams. Just any open field tackle, he was around the ball and making the tackle.
Well, and I thought we were physical. I mean, I thought we played a physical football game tonight. I mean, and I think we have been, but I think, like you said, on the open field, I thought we were more physical. And yeah, Kenyon seemed like every time on a kickoff, when they were returning the ball or whatever, he got all those tackles. And then on the edge there, I thought he did a great job of getting to the ball and making tackles. And he was physical when he arrived there. So, I thought he played an excellent game. And I thought several kids did.
Yeah, really everybody. We won't keep you long. There's somebody behind you that would really like to see you. So 1-0 this week. Look forward. Lions next week. Rest up. Get healthy. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Devin.
Coach Gebhart on the field. That interview brought to you by Frisbee Construction. And Grady getting a hug right now. And Mrs. Gebhart there, too, as Mrs. Coach getting her post-game hug here. And, boy, what a dominant victory again. Again, the final numbers for you, brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. 106 yards of total offense for Kingman. Southeast tonight, 275 in a 40-6 victory for Southeast of Saline. As we continue on in the post-game show, brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. Let's go over scoring for you. It's our scoring brought to you by Dr. Andrew Westbrook at the Mallory Clinic. Sports medicine, visit Dr. Westbrook at his sports injury walk-in clinic every Monday and Thursday for all your sports injury ailments. Let's go first through the first score of the game. At 2:12 left to go in the first quarter, Gannon Jacobson hit a Marion Hollab for a 5-yard touchdown pass. Tucker Thaxton ran in the 2-point conversion, and it was 8-0 Southeast of Saline. Then Kingman had a bad snap on a punt. It went all the way back where it was recovered at the 2-yard line by Southeast of Saline. One play later, a Marion Hollab at a 2-yard touchdown run, his third touchdown of the season. No 2-point conversion, but Southeast was off and running with 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter, 14-0. On the very first play on the next drive for Kingman, Kenyon Douglas gets an interception. So Southeast had the football back with 18 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Not far into the second quarter, Gannon Jacobson to Tucker Thaxton from 19 yards away. 2-point conversion by Marion Hollab, and it was 22-0 Southeast of Saline. Southeast of Saline's defense would get a score as the defensive line able to corral Ben Bradshaw back at his own end zone, and a safety tacked on for Southeast of Saline. They would hit the locker room up 24-0. We would go some time in the third quarter without any points, and with 5:48 left to go, Jacobson would find Thaxton again, his second touchdown of the night. This came on a 4th and 12 from 22 yards away. 2-point conversion good on the Gannon Jacobson run. 32-0 Southeast of Saline. Jacobson would then break through the secondary for a 33-yard run. 2-point conversion by Marion Hollab. 40-0 Southeast of Saline. And then with a running clock, Kingman would get the final score by Ben Bradshaw, a 8-yard touchdown run. 40-6 Southeast of Saline, who moves on to 4-0 on the season. Kingman now at 2-2. And you look at this Eagle team, their 2-2 record is nothing to be ashamed of. They've lost now to Southeast of Saline and Cheney. Two of the best teams, 1-3A, 1-2A, and they are coming out of this one tonight at 2-2. But again, the depth, the guys stepping up, just the things that we saw tonight. I don't ever remember, other than a couple of early flags that Southeast immediately corrected, and maybe a kickoff that went out of bounds by Malachi Hopkins, who was busy tonight kicking off after 40 points. I don't really remember much that Southeast did wrong tonight.
And you're exactly right. They did not. I mean, they had those couple mistakes early. But I feel like they got poised, got composure, went on with the business that was at hand, and that's what it was. We can go into we could really talk about this game probably on both sides of the ball, all three with special teams for probably we're going to talk about it the whole drive home, but we'll let you get the Precision Everhart Ag pass of the game in.
The Everhart Precision Ag precision pass of the game. It wasn't anything that was a dime dropped in. We saw one last week that was down the sideline to Thaxton. We saw another one that Malachi Hopkins went up for a 2-point conversion. This one was not pretty like that at all. It's not the Mona Lisa of passes, but what it was on a 4th down and 12, Gannon Jacobson found Tucker Thaxton on a 22-yard touchdown pass that started the scoring in the second half. That's our Everhart Precision Ag precision pass of the game tonight. My Vernon Jewelers gem of the game, just because I love defense, and I love it when defense scores, is the safety. And it was everybody up front, the whole D-line. We're talking about Brody Chambers. We're talking about Drew Weller. We're talking about Deacon Bear, who stepped back to be a linebacker tonight. We're talking about all those guys who just flooded that end zone and got the safety and put up 2 points for Southeast in the first half.
I mean, you're not going to get a disagreement out of me, but I would – you go with that. That's huge. You get that 2 points back, but man, I got to split it with Amarion Hall.
I was going to say, does he wear 39?
That's exactly what he wears.
Yeah.
And the game that he had, having 84 yards,
2 touchdowns,
16 carries, 2 touchdowns, a receiving and a rushing touchdown.
And playing both ways.
Yeah, I'm playing both ways, playing special teams, playing punt return, kickoff, kick return. A big game for that young man to step up. And now if you're other teams, you go, oh, no, they got 2 of them back there.
That is true. And, of course, right now, Southeast kind of fighting off the injury bug, but they will go home for a homecoming game next Friday night, and they will start district play They're 4-0. The next 4 games now are district games, and that will start next Friday night. Southeast of Saline football brought to you by our friends at Copyco, along with Phillips Seed Farms. Sage Products. We miss them when we're on the road. We'll get to go home and enjoy Sage Products on the campus of SES next week. Also Smart Insurance, Merry Maids, and Suburban Appliance Center. Want to remind you, Southeast of Saline's Booster Club helps bring you live coverage to showcase exceptional student activities and build that purple power. And after a 40-6 win, it is always a great day to be a Trojan. That'll do it for Southeast of Saline football and the Commercial Tire Center's postgame report. Want to remind you to stay tuned here to KINA. We'll catch up with the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a big game on the West Coast against the artists formerly known as the San Diego Chargers on Sunday. That's a 2 o'clock pregame against the LA Chargers. 3:25 kick right here on KINA coming up on Sunday. But 10 o'clock tonight, we'll have the high school football scoreboard show. Eric Peterson will walk you around the state with scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. That's from 10 until 11 o'clock, and it's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital. For Chris Cadle, our producer and engineer tonight, doing a great job back at the KINA studios as always. Thank you very much, Chris. Also, Trey Tolley on live stream video. Thank you for sticking with us. We know there were some reception issues. We expected that coming in. We still have the game recorded. It will go up. You'll be able to watch it whenever you want as Southeast of Saline and Kingman get to enjoy a 40-6 win over the Eagles here in Kingman. For Russ Kossel, my name is Devin Haney. I want to thank you again for joining us for Southeast of Saline Trojan football, not only on Salina Post, but also right here on KINA, presented tonight by our friends at Assaria Oil and Hardware. Have a great weekend.